So today we decided to hook up the other mics. We're outside at Brooke's house.
Again.
And
because it's relaxing and nice.
And that's Kevin.
That's weird.
So tonight we are at Brooke's house recording. It is a Sunday night and we are eating Wahlburgers again.
Again, because by popular demand from the children.
That is the truth. They're having their own conversation.
Yep.
Yes, they are.
Are you getting that?
Yeah, I am, actually.
All of it.
So we've decided to ask our husbands to come on the podcast.
And they
agreed. Well, I put the mic in front of them and said, hey, you're going to be on the podcast.
Exactly.
Yeah,
there really wasn't a choice.
Pretty much what happened. Yep.
Not sure what's happening.
We should do a little intro, just in case we want to do this as a minisode. Oh!
I don't know what any of that means.
We've been trying to do a minisode since we started the podcast.
Right, but every time we go to a minisode, it ends up being 3 hours long.
Yes, that is the truth.
So then it's like a real episode.
Yeah.
So should we intro?
Let's intro.
And we'll go around the table.
Julie intro!
All right.
Okay, this is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
This is Pete.
And this is Kevin.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Welcome to our husband party. Oh, that didn't sound right.
No. No.
That.
No, that's staying in.
Kind of like that Sling commercial that's out there, you know?
No, I don't watch as much TV as you do.
What Sling commercial?
Oh, couple of...
Swingers.
Yeah.
Oh, Swingers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where that went.
The guy...
Yes. I have seen that commercial, actually.
Yeah. The guy's like undoes his shirt.
They're talking about sling, and he thinks they
Thinks it's swing. Oh.
And the wife is like, oh, I thought you were talking about something else. She looked at her husband, and he's like, get it naked.
Yeah, but she thought the
hey.
same thing, so...
Not that kind of party.
I guess she was ready. Put the keys in the fishbowl.
What? You put what?
It was a movie.
What movie?
It was, I only watched part of it, but it was with Katie Holmes. And like something about all the parents got together in the neighborhood and they put the keys in the fishbowl.
And they were swingers?
Yeah, I guess because what you
That's
do
how
is...
you get chosen.
Kevin knows because he's been to one of those parties.
No.
JK.
Well, if I
Sure
had
thing.
been, you would have had to have been there too, I guess.
Oh, okay, this is going in a different direction than we had thought it would. Yeah,
we just found out how they met. So.
Nope, we are not. We are not. We do not partake in that lifestyle. However, we don't condone it. I mean, if you guys partake
We don't
in that,
condemn it.
We don't condemn it.
Right.
don't
If that's what you
condone
want to do, then you do you.
Yeah, you do you. You go ahead and you swing.
And you can
You
do
put your
more
keys
people
in-
if you want to, too.
You can do what? More people?
We can, if you want to condone that lifestyle.
Condone it? Yeah, condone, not condemn.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
this
don't
has gone
know.
off the rails.
Hey, that's
That's
what
what we
this
do.
podcast is all about.
That's what we do.
We have been told they like the tangents.
I kind of
Keep
have a
on
headache.
tangenting. You have to pee?
No, I have a headache. It's a little early in the
That's
episode
close.
for me to have to pee.
It's a little early in the episode for you to have a headache.
I think it's my sunglasses. I need to take them off.
Let's talk about what we're
Redirect.
doing here.
We're just talking
Yeah, we just thought we'd have our husbands on.
and get their perspective of the podcast.
Right, because we've never done that. It's almost been a year.
It's for real. Like in a month, it'll be a year. Like a month and a few days.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right at this very table.
Right, and this
is
is the
where it
first
all
and this is the first time Pete's been on here. We're very excited.
He doesn't come around much.
He's here today.
He's right there. I can see
Yep.
him. He's got sun in his face.
He usually works at night though.
He does. He works like off hours or like varying hours.
Lumberyard hours.
I don't know what that means, but sure.
Sure.
Very early in the morning or very late at night.
Right. So yeah.
So what should we talk about?
Well, let's see.
Should we talk about the start?
Hey, I have a question.
Oh, what's
I have a
that?
question. For the husbands.
I'm excited.
Have either of you listened to an episode but not prompted by your wives?
Yeah. I looked it up once. It was a couple months ago, actually.
What,
Pete, I'm so excited.
what episode did you listen to?
I have no idea. I had a hard time finding you guys, actually. But,
Oh, that makes me sad.
Well, I know.
Uh-oh. Well, I
but
guess
I found it.
How did you have a hard time?
Well, I thought it was
Did
called
you-
something like
Oh.
With New Kids on the Block, and I
Oh,
forgot it was
that's why.
called.
Oh, that's okay. But we gotta figure out how to be found more for New Kids on the Block.
And then I remembered it was so-called something, and I looked it up that way, and I found you guys.
Did you subscribe?
I think I did.
Thank you.
Just make sure that you don't ever listen to it in the car with Sadie, because she gets upset when she hears Mummy's voice and she can't be on the podcast with her.
Oh,
She's cried before.
really? All
Yes,
right,
it's very sad.
I'll stick to Moana in the truck then.
Good call. What about you, Kevin?
I listened to the first.
Wait. The question was, have you ever listened to the podcast without a prompt from your significant other?
And the answer was, I've listened to the first
Wait.
several episodes,
Okay.
but they were all prompted by you. And then I couldn't keep up.
Well,
Because we
Because
just
you
bust
were-
them out so fast.
You were at 2 a week in the
I don't-
beginning.
I don't know.
we
how
just
how you were
talked
doing
about
that.
this.
I don't know how
we just
that
talked about
ever
this. I have no
happened.
idea how that happened.
Nope.
Do
No.
you?
No.
I have no idea. No clue.
No. I don't know how we recorded 2 episodes at a time. And I don't know how you edited 2 episodes.
And I was sick.
And
I don't know.
I don't know.
But I don't have long periods of time where to be able to listen to something like that. So usually it would be late at night, and a lot of times I would fall asleep because I'm tired, not because it was boring. It was very
He'd
interesting.
fall asleep to your voice.
Good save. Good save.
To our voices.
Oh.
He had a lot of dreams about Donnie Wahlberg, I bet.
Join the club.
True or false?
False.
Okay. So here's another question. Did you ever know that we liked New Kids on the Block this much?
Oh, probably not.
Really?
I knew you liked them, but
Yeah.
now that I'm seeing packages show up in the mail every day,
Not from our listeners. From my eBay habit.
I don't have that habit.
No, where did all the playing cards or
Nikki.
oh,
Those
did
came
I?
from Nikki.
you can blame her for that.
Okay, so Nikki's sending her Amazon and eBay finds to you.
No.
Shh, shh. Just kidding. JK,
no,
JK.
She gave me some.
Oh,
I don't go on eBay. I know not to.
I just want to say, Pete is my friend because did you see how courteous he was? He didn't want to like say
Interrupt?
something. No, he didn't want to say something in case I was sending my stuff here, so Kevin wouldn't get mad. He was keeping the peace. That's why we're all friends. Then he would have told Kevin later.
happy wife, happy life.
So maybe, you know what? I'm
Kevin,
thinking,
is your life happy?
It has been more so in the last year.
Hey,
Hey,
awesome.
Ding, 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 winner.
winner chicken dinner.
But it's a good time to mention, maybe, I don't know the address, but you now have a P.O. box.
We do.
Kevin, good call.
I don't have that address on me
I don't either.
No.
right now, but
But
what
I
we'll
have
do.
the key, so I'll still know what's coming.
Oh, that's true. Uh-oh.
Womp womp.
Guess I'm
But
gonna.
that's exciting.
That is
Yeah.
exciting because we're gonna put it out there.
This is a good time to bring up that it would be fun in 2019 if there is a 11th cruise
Yes,
that the husbands go to.
I would not mind that.
I think that'd be fun.
Kevin is having because Kevin it's all about the money, and he says,
Well,
"I don't mind paying for one."
But when you double the cost,
I know that's hard
Right,
because
especially since
plus with so many people
like-
that want to be on that boat, much more than I want to be on that boat.
that's very diplomatic of you.
right. I mean, and you would. I mean, if somebody said, "Hey, Kevin, you can be on the boat," I'm sure you'd say, "Sure."
Right.
Yes.
Right, because. But that
But-
was not. But that was not the answer before, until he started meeting people. Correct.
Correct.
Kevin has been meeting the community.
Yes.
Pete has not.
That's okay.
That's
People
okay. I
have
haven't
his
really
time.
either.
I
don't.
will admit, meeting the community has been fun.
Yeah. Meeting Donnie.
How was
Yeah.
that?
That was cool.
Donnie's cool.
Yeah.
Pete would like to meet Donnie.
Yeah, he seems like a pretty cool guy.
It's pretty chill.
He is pretty cool. He's a national treasure.
He sure is. We
Yeah,
are all Donnie
okay.
girls.
Husband.
Here's the thing: when you meet Donnie, things change. It's like weird. It's like,
But we have talked to husbands
Mm-hmm.
who were not fans,
right.
who have become big fans
Correct.
because of the community.
And because of Donnie.
Exactly. Because Donnie is one cool dude.
Because he likes to, like, he appreciates that you guys let us have this. Because there are some husbands that don't. And we've met those people. And it's sad because we don't have that. Like, we have full support but to each their own. I mean.
All right, what do you got for another question?
Oh.
Okay. So when we started the podcast, like, what were your initial thoughts? 100% honesty. 100% honesty. What were your initial thoughts when we were like, hey, we're going to start a podcast?
I like this question.
Well, probably my initial thoughts was maybe it's going to last a week.
Hey,
No, I thought you guys would enjoy it. I figured there was definitely an opportunity, but yeah, it was gonna, there was, some question. It's gonna be, and it has been a lot of work, but I thought there was definitely some potential.
Why did you think it would last only a week?
I don't know. Probably attention span. I don't know. Hey,
Like my
we've done-
attention span?
Let's be honest. We've done things before.
That is
We've had
correct.
ideas before.
Remember
Right.
that
Mr.
LuLaRoe
Wen-
idea?
Remember that LuLaRoe idea? Remember that Mr. Wendell's Wieners?
Yep.
We were kids.
Mr. Wendell's Wieners, though, could still happen. Just saying.
It should still happen. Just saying.
Let's get out the doughboy maker. I'm ready.
Let's buy that food truck.
Fair fries. Okay, but I think the difference between this time was that I had to sell Brooke on it. So I had already gotten the plan already out. Like, I had a full business plan when we first started.
Yep.
Here's how this is like the amount of work that's going to need to go into it. And I don't want to. Sorry.
I almost dropped the mic again.
Donnie didn't even tweet at me.
Yeah.
And here's what's going to need to go into it beforehand. So
You definitely you did a lot of research. I remember before,
keep going.
I think you even before you even broached the topic with Brooke, I think you had done quite a bit.
Yeah, only because I knew it was going to involve a lot of work.
Right.
And at that point, and I've always said our friendship comes first. So
Right.
going into things like this, it can devastate a friendship. It
Yep.
can. So I wanted to make full well that both of us were like, okay, these are the things that could happen. But I mean, we've overcome a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, because we're
a lot.
normal people.
Right.
And we can talk to each other
Right.
and work through things
Exactly.
like adults.
But that's not the norm,
I know it's not.
which is crazy.
I know.
But
That's just how it is.
so,
It's like family.
but like, I totally know what you're saying because we have had these.
Right.
Hey,
And
wouldn't
it
it be
was-
cool if we did this and this? This would be really cool.
Yeah, and I've heard those conversations, and but you guys, you have chemistry together, obviously, and you guys can hold a great conversation. And when you have passion about a certain topic, obviously that's gonna work out for you too. So
I got a lot of passion. Got a lot of passion about New Kids on the Block. Because I'm wearing my shirt.
And 80s and 90s.
That is the truth.
Nostalgia.
That is the truth.
hey, I saw something on the internet today. So
I like this. This is great.
So there was a thing out there that defines you. What was the number one song when
You were
14.
Yeah.
Yes, we've seen this.
Yeah. So
What was your song?
I don't know. I haven't looked it up yet.
Well, you get looking.
Have you seen what mine was?
What was yours?
Though I'm sorry for all the Meatloaf fans. I apologize in advance. But Meatloaf is like my least favorite artist. Like him, he seems like a cool
nothing wrong with
person.
Was it
Meatloaf?
Paradise by the Dashboard Light?
No,
Oh,
but it
come
was.
on.
I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. And I always think of like McDonald's for some reason.
Who's the girl that sang
eating.
across for him on that video?
I don't know.
She could.
She could sing.
Well, she reminds me of like Lita Ford.
Yes.
I mean, I know.
Only, come on now. Lita Ford,
I know. You know,
she's above all.
yes,
Kiss me
Ozzy
once.
Osbourne, Lita Ford. You can't
I'm going to
beat that
find out what
match.
Pete's song was. So you turned 14 in 1985.
That's okay because we have
You-
listeners.
Yep.
Right. Do you look up for the number one song for the year or the
No,
number
you
one song
actually look
on
up your birthday. So
Okay.
for mine was December 1st, 1993 is when I turned 14.
Mine was Ace of Base.
Oh boy.
What song? What song was
I
it?
saw the sign.
Yeah, it must have
Was it
been
Is
the
it a
that.
sign?
Yeah.
Or,
That was the first one, and eighth. That would make sense because you were you were going into 8th grade the next year.
Oh, whoops, 1985.
The second one though, like the next week, was again by Janet Jackson. So I'm going to count that one instead.
I saw that on your comment.
That's a little bit of an upgrade.
Yeah,
Are you ready for mine?
I'm ready for yours, Kev. What is it?
Stay by Lisa Loeb.
Oh,
I love that song.
I do too.
Oh, Pete.
What is it?
Madonna or something,
So
probably.
I'm going to count it as the day after your birthday
All right.
because it was like December 21st.
Okay.
Say you, say me.
That's an awesome song.
That is a good
Lionel
tune.
Richie. It's a great
Say
song.
it together.
Nice.
That's the way it should be. So I got to look up mine again.
So yours is in March, right? I've got the year because we're the same year.
Nice. Oh, yeah, the sign. Cool.
Yeah. Ace of
Not a
Base.
fan of that song either, but I am a
Me
fan
either.
of Brooke.
I mean, I like Ace of
How
Base.
does I would do anything for love, but I won't do that define my life?
What's that? I guess that's what would define your life.
I guess I got to
Yeah.
think about it.
So,
So
But I guess it's better
why
than
are
what
they singing about salad in there?
do they sing about salad?
In there, they're
the
singing
kids
about salad.
are singing about salad.
Salad.
It sounds like they got a
Salad.
ukulele going or something. But I guess it could have been worse, Brooke. Your birthday was pretty close to.
Could have been Bump and Grind by R. Kelly.
I wish mine was bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong.
So no, we need to get, and I think I saw somebody comment on this or post this on Twitter. So Chrissy Teigen
Yes.
got Backstreet Boys
Yep.
to define I want it that way.
Oh.
So she needs to get with Meatloaf
Yes.
and get him to tell us what that is.
I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I think there's been a bunch of interviews with him that I've seen, and he never discloses what that was.
But what is that? What is that?
I was just going to say
probably
something,
depends on who
but
you are.
it's going to be like
It probably
explicit
depends on who you
content.
are.
Yeah. It's
Like, I
open.
won't-
It's open to interpretation.
Okay, so I have another podcast related question. No, you haven't done one yet.
I don't have one.
You have no questions that you want to ask them. Did you ever think that we would go on the New Kids on the Block cruise?
That doesn't surprise me. Well, Brooke more so. I knew
Yeah.
you were like,
I was like, sign me up.
yeah.
Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours.
If it's anything travel related, my wife is all over it.
No, but I was a hard
She was
pass
a hard pass.
on the cruise.
Really?
Hard pass.
And why was that?
Because
She thought it was a different experience, and it is.
and I had said if I'm going to spend that kind of money, I would rather spend it on a trip with my family.
That is exactly what she said.
That is exactly what I said.
And so then, guess what I did?
Nikki came up with a master plan,
I sure did.
And
I
it
even
worked.
titled it Master Plan.
and it worked. So,
But you'll
I'm
be
gonna
spending the week or the 4 days with your extended family.
That's a very nice way to look at it.
Kevin,
Yes.
that's nice.
It'll
Well,
be
how many listeners are going so far? There's quite a few.
How many
isn't
of our friends?
Friends?
There are
Yes.
friends. There are
Yes.
there are
Yeah,
They're
that,
How
Fram.
many friends are confirmed for the cruise?
quite a bit of people that we know. I mean, at least like 50 people we know.
right.
Wow.
What cruise line you guys going on?
It's Carnival.
It was the same ship that I was on.
Oh.
So I don't get to experience a new ship.
Well,
That's
maybe that's a
okay.
good thing. Hopefully it's the Magic, because it seems like
It's not the Magic.
Seems like all the other ones are having issues.
It's the
They always
victory.
do.
yeah,
It's
we
the
were pretty lucky, I
victory.
think, on ours.
Even though one of the
Nobody jumped over.
Don't tell me anything about the victory.
no, the victory is fine.
Can we just talk for a second though? Because I've been listening to those podcast episodes, and we are to never go alone anywhere.
No,
You and I, we will always go together wherever we need to go. Or we need to be with somebody else.
Here's a thought: just put handcuffs on each other. For
No,
the week.
I just
because
and then you can't get
what
separated.
happens
Yeah.
when someone has to use the bathroom?
Well, no, I mean, like, we can go into the bathroom and stuff like
Right.
that, but, like,
Out on
I
deck.
don't want her walking the halls by herself, and
Wait,
I don't want to
okay,
be...
wait, why? I mean, it's fine.
That's when things happen.
Don't do stupid things. Don't meet a guy on the crew and have him be like, "Hey, you want to come down the crew elevator and I'll show you something special,"
Yeah.
and then go. You say, "No, thanks," and you go back to your room.
No, I just want to never be by myself.
I will be with you,
Okay, thank you.
but I might go by myself.
Joe,
and
if you'd
that's
like to
okay.
accompany me, that'd be fine, too. Well, Kevin, I mean, you know.
I'm not going to be there.
So Joe,
There we go.
So
any one of them could accompany me.
That is the truth.
Eh,
I walked into Nikki's office,
fair.
I don't know, a week or two ago, and she's listening to all these like mystery stories about things that have happened on cruises, and I'm like, are you crazy?
Oh, I do the same thing. Only I don't listen to that stuff.
No, I'm listening to the ones that you told me to
Oh yeah.
from that podcast.
Oh my god, interesting.
What was the podcast called?
Can't remember.
Interesting, but now Nikki's
Wine.
terrified of getting within 10 feet of the railing, and
Oh my gosh, I'm not going near the railing. I'm not. Is that an owl?
no.
No.
We're not on bear watch yet.
Which one was it? This is why we drink?
No, it was
You said wine. That's all I could think
Wine
of.
and Crime, maybe?
No.
It was
Still amazes me on how much people drink on those cruises. That guy that we
Yeah.
saw take a tumble down the stairs. Ouch.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Oh.
Tell that story.
Yeah, we were out on the deck one evening, and guy was coming down one of the steel spiral staircases right in next to the pool, and feet just came out from underneath him. Bang, 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 bang at the bottom. Yeah.
And he had like a cooler
Yeah.
full of like beer.
Oh yeah, yeah. He had
And like the ice was melted.
yeah.
And it just like exploded everywhere.
He had to have broken something. He hit hard.
I felt really bad for him.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, and they all blamed it on the cooler, throwing his balance off.
Corpus delicti.
Oh, Corpus Delicti.
Delicti.
Yes.
I say that wrong.
So if you guys want to listen to all those cruise episodes, Corpus Delicti.
But this is what I do in preparation for any cruise that I go on. I go on YouTube and I look up rogue waves and cruise ship.
No,
Nice.
Brooke.
That's what
That's
I do.
just what you want to watch.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I freak myself out over it, but I have seen so many videos now of like terrible, terrible, terrible storms with cruise ships, and they are fine. So
Yeah.
like when we had that really rough water and like that storm we were going through and we were moving,
Yeah.
I was like, actually, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like I was cool with it because I knew we were fine.
Yeah.
The
Even though
last
there was a stabilizer broken.
last night on our cruise, we went through a storm.
I got
and,
so sick.
I mean, it was like you should stay in your room unless absolutely necessary type stuff. I mean, just you could barely walk down the hall.
Yeah.
And it was
That's
like,
and that's I think that's the memory is coming back. Like
Yeah.
I got so sick, and I can remember getting off the ship and my legs were like I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I was like
You got
stabilizing
sea legs.
myself. Yeah.
You
Some
get that.
serious sea legs.
Yeah. For like, I had it for like a day after.
I had it
we
for
got
a few days. I
Yeah.
kept feeling like I was doing this.
So I'm definitely getting that patch because I know that I get seasick. Like
Right.
100%. I know that it happens.
I'm
And
glad
so-
I don't well, when I was a kid, I got seasick once. And that
But it's
was-
different when you're
yeah.
on like a boat, like in the ocean, like a little
Yeah.
boat versus
Yeah.
like a ship.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But because I think I would get seasick on a little boat, possibly.
Depends. I mean, when I was a kid, we went on a snorkel trip in Florida, and it was a small boat, but there was, there's probably 20 people on it, and almost everybody got sick because there was like, it ended up being like, 8-9 foot waves.
Oh,
and
yeah.
when you're in a little boat, that's like,
Oh yeah. Well, when I got sick, it was, God, I think I was like 6 or 7, maybe. We went out fishing with a friend of my dad's, and it was just on a 20-foot little power boat, basically. And all I remember is just being down underneath the sleeper deck and just being violently sick. But that was like the worst place you could possibly be.
right.
This is why. What were those chips called?
What chips?
The chips. They were like Keebler pizza chips. Pizza.
Pizza
God.
chips.
Remember those?
Yes, I do, and I loved them.
Okay, so I can't eat them any. Well, they don't make them anymore. But if they did, I couldn't eat them because I wasn't like seasick, But I was on a boat once. Sorry. I was on
No, you're fine.
I was on a boat once eating those, and I got sick because like I was a kid and it was like really hot out.
What kind of boat?
It was
like
just
just
a
a
little
boat
boat on
boat?
the river. It was my uncle's boat. But it was like a boat, like with like you could go underneath. There was like a bathroom and a bed and stuff, and we were just sitting there like 4th of July or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what those chips are called though.
I don't either.
Pizza somethings.
I used to go
Keebler.
fishing all the time with my dad. And like the Penobscot gets pretty rough because where we'd go was pretty rough to fish. And
That's where all the good ones are.
Yep.
I never got sick.
Did you eat them?
No.
Did your dad?
Of course, and my mom. I only because the thing is, like, when I started fishing, the Atlantic salmon population was depleting already, so you could only catch one.
It was probably catch one, and the rest were catch and release.
And so I don't think I've ever told this story.
You have not.
So my dad is a fly fisherman, so we would tie flies.
Your dad always had the most amazing flies.
So he would, tie his own flies. He'd do a really good job.
Cool.
I only tied one, and it was awful.
No.
It did not. It looked so easy, like when he was doing it, but it just was not.
I used to do it 15, 20 years ago. I used to tie my own flies, and it was fun. You definitely, you either have it or you don't.
Right.
And
I did not.
you did not.
No. He
I
actually.
bet you'd have it now, though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'd love
You're
to
very
take it up
crafty.
again.
I might be able to do it, but I like really wanted to learn. My dad has the river record for the Penobscot River.
Wow.
The fish is
Mounted on his wall.
The fish was on my wall for a little while when I moved back home.
Big old fish.
Oh my God, I remember that fish.
Sammy. Remember Sammy?
I remember that fish.
I did tell my parents that if something happens, I do want the fish, so I will get the fish. But just because I was in my bedroom for a while, I kind of got attached to it. And for a while, it freaked me out. But it's a huge, and he like
What
went
kind
down
of fish? What kind of fish was it?
Atlantic salmon.
Atlantic salmon. Nice.
I can't remember how big it was, but it was
huge.
There's a picture of him holding it up, and my dad's a big dude.
Yeah.
And it was like the length of
Wow.
like to his knees, and he's holding it up like this.
Did he catch it with
A fly rod.
Wow, that's impressive.
And yeah, and it was just, it like tried to get out of the boat a couple times, and there's a big story. You know how those fishing stories get.
Oh yeah, get a
So-
few beers in you, and
Yes.
Did you have a
So I went a few times. It's very boring. Fly fishing is not, it just,
more
You
exciting.
know who
than,
makes it look good?
who?
Those boys on a river runs through it.
Hey,
Jesus.
but Brad Pitt, how you doing? I
See, I like
did a pretty good job.
Yeah, there's a big difference. I mean, like when you're probably he was just trolling behind the boat with the fly rod, or was he casting it?
No, we cast.
Or did he?
Yeah,
Nice.
because I had to like train for this.
Yeah, because a lot of time with salmon, you use a trolling fly, like a gray ghost or something like that.
Gray Ghost sounds familiar.
Yep. Because I used to fish with my dad up in Rangeley on Rangeley Lake, and we used to troll behind a boat with that and catch salmon.
That's
off
probably
that.
what we
Yeah.
were doing.
Yep.
But like, in order for me to go, I had to, because everything's so expensive. Like his rods were bamboo rods, and
Oh, yeah.
do you know what I mean? And we didn't have a whole
Nice.
lot of money, and
Yeah.
so he fished
Ted
with
Williams
Ted Williams
and
and Bud Levitt, right? Because they would always be there. Like I talked to them like they were.
Well, you didn't even know
I didn't even know who they were. I just know that he played baseball. He was some
All right.
baseball player. Nice guy. Really nice guy. Both of them were nice.
Yeah.
Bud was nice, and Bud was a writer, a sports writer.
Yes.
Yes.
So anyway, I'd gone a couple times, but I would, I'd get bored of it, and then I'd play my radio. That's what I did. I have pictures, me in my life jacket, playing my radio, playing my tunes. Probably New Kids on the Block or Tiffany. Probably Tiffany, because my dad appreciated Tiffany. He appreciated New Kids on the Block too,
Yeah.
but Tiffany sang because Tiffany sang 2 hits that were hits
Yes.
back in his day.
yeah.
So anyway,
Tiffany was a hot number back then.
Still is.
still is. So,
Pete hasn't seen Tiffany recently.
Tiffany, you going to come on our podcast?
Tiffany's going to come on our podcast.
We're in hopes.
That'd be cool.
We're efforting.
We've been trying to get in touch
From like day one.
Yeah.
You've had some communications.
Some. Yeah. We'll just keep waiting.
Yep.
Whenever you're ready, Tiffany.
We're here.
We're here.
Hey, you can come sit on my deck.
That'd be cool.
Or we can Skype because it's more convenient.
That's the truth.
But if you wanted to come sit on my deck, we'd love to have you.
That is the truth.
We'll paint it for you.
So there was this one day and I just was like really super into it. I was like ready to do it. And so we were like, I was casting and we were getting nips. So that was exciting. And I casted or is that the term? Casted?
Probably just cast.
Yeah.
I cast my line. And all of a sudden it started going. So what does my dad say? Don't
grab the line.
Don't grab the reel. So guess what I did? I grabbed the reel and I broke my finger got caught up because it got, those things are.
Oh yeah, they're powerful.
Yeah.
Did I go to the doctor? No.
That just hurt me.
Yeah, it hurt. I can't remember if it was which finger it was. I'm pretty sure it was broken.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it was fine. It was fine after a couple months. It was fine.
You threw some dirt on it.
Yeah.
And called
Probably,
it good.
yeah.
There's some dirt on it.
But there's pictures of
Little
me
duct tape, you know. Yeah.
with the fish, and my eyes are all red. I've been crying because it hurt. But they were so excited to have a girl, and because I went to remember that store that's across from Mount Hope,
Yep.
the variety,
Well, there's a Mount Hope
there's
variety.
places you had to go in order to get the fish tagged because after you did it, you had to take it and you get a tag, kind of like hunting and stuff. Like I don't do any of this stuff anymore. So we went and they'd take your picture and they were excited because I was a girl because they had all boys and men on the wall, but they didn't have a girl.
That's cool.
So I was there for a long time. My picture was there for a very long time.
That's very cool.
So I was somewhat of a fishing celebrity for a little while in Bangor, Maine.
Hey. You're kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
And then later in life, you were hanging on the governor's wall.
Oh, that's right. Do you remember that?
No, I do not.
Do you remember the drawing that was done of me?
Yes,
we have it. We have it, don't we?
Yeah, we still have
my
it.
God.
I should take a picture of it.
Yeah. It used
I
to
do
hang
remember
on
that.
the wall in the governor's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, in the restaurant.
Yeah.
It was in the
Yes.
it was in
I
the
do
restaurant
remember
for
that.
a very
I
long
do
time.
remember that.
Now I was thinking like the governor of the state.
That's what I was
and
thinking,
I'm
too.
I remember I
what?
got it as a present and I
how
was
did
like,
that happen?
thanks. All I
Somebody
ever
went-
wanted was a drawing of myself.
I love that picture.
Did you really?
Yes.
It really showed the essence of my curl, like of the 80s hair that I had, or the like early 90s hair.
90s hair.
Because my bangs were like swooped.
Right.
But like,
that was a great picture.
I was really surprised that somebody drew me. Because I don't think they drew everyone.
Now, who did the drawing?
I have no idea.
A local artist.
Yep.
I guess so. I think it's on the back.
I was going to
It
say
must be
check
on
the
the
bottom
back.
or the back.
Yeah. But I'm surprised my parents bought it. Probably my grandparents bought it.
Yeah.
I just remember getting it as a gift and I was like,
Wow.
A picture of me.
Yeah.
a picture of me.
I remember it in your bedroom.
Yeah.
My
Surrounded
gosh.
by my sports pics
Yep.
that I still have somewhere. Yep, my letters.
Speaking of sports, Sadie was awesome today at soccer. I wish you
3 goals.
3 goals.
3 goals.
Hat trick.
You know what she said? What?
Hat trick.
Hat trick.
When you score 3 goals,
Oh.
you should have thrown your hat on the field.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I should have done that. That would have been awesome.
So
that would have been awesome.
she was like, I scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
And they were in the right one.
Yeah.
Oh, yay!
I think it helped this time that they didn't switch goals at halftime, so they were all.
Well, they don't
yeah.
usually.
Yeah.
That's kind of
she
that's
still-
confusing.
Yeah.
She scored once on the wrong side.
Yeah.
The first
whatever.
goal of the season, which is fine.
That
Right.
I had to remind the middle school girls when we would switch. I'd say, "Okay, which basket are we at?"
Yeah.
Like, and tell them when I was
right.
because it happens. You get all excited and you go up for a rebound and put it back in, and no, you just scored for the other team.
No, I mean, seeing her from the first game until this game, and what has it only been like 4 games or 3 games?
She's
is the
into
4th
it.
game.
I was
Yeah,
watching it on
and-
Pete's Live.
and
She loves it.
She goes right after the ball, and she is not afraid to throw some elbows. And she falls down, she gets right back up and goes right at it again. But yeah, it was great seeing her, and everybody was commenting on her how good she dribbles the ball, and it's awesome.
Yep.
So we got a little soccer player.
gonna be
Maybe
a soccer player.
some of my DNA's in there somewhere. So
Maybe some of your DNA's in there. Maybe.
yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
Maybe just a little bit of it.
Yeah,
She looks just like you.
yeah.
God. It's crazy.
She does now. Yes.
I know. She used to look like me.
She still looks like you. She has faces that look like you, but more so Pete now. Because I was telling you, no, she looks like you. She looks like you, but just it's her facial expressions.
You're right.
It looks like Pete. But Bryn is starting to do facial expressions like you.
Yes. Bryn is
Bryn
like
has
your
been my
mini-me,
clone.
Right.
but she does have facial expressions, and I'm like, that's Kevin. Like, that's Kevin with long hair.
That's Kevin as a girl.
Yeah. Frightening.
Aww.
But then there's Brody.
Brody looks like Kevin,
You think so?
but he looks like your family.
He doesn't look like me.
He doesn't look like you, but he looks like your family.
He looks like Logan.
Yes, he looks a lot like Logan, but
My
then he looks a
nephew.
lot like Kevin.
Yeah.
So it's like Logan and Kevin had a baby.
That's weird.
That's weird.
That's weird. You just made it really weird.
Yeah.
So what else can we talk about? We can talk about
I don't know, but we need to also start some burgers.
I was just gonna say, I'm ready for some
Yeah.
Wahlburgers.
Well, why
Dude,
don't we
dude,
pause this one? I'll save it, and then we'll come back after we eat. But you and I can do our block party one.
Yes.
We'll have
and then we'll have 2 more episodes, which
Oh
will
my
be
God.
awesome.
That'd be amazing.
we'll have to have Brody sing the Wahlburger song for us. He loves to sing the Wahlburger song.
Did you know that?
That he loves to see the Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers,
Yes.
do do do.
He does a good job.
Okay, so when he met Donnie, it was like his life had changed. And so they asked him on his day, his special day, like, what are like 3 things that define who you are? One was, I like basketball. The other was, like, I like games.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a gamer. And the third, I met Donnie Wahlberg.
I think that's cool.
Yep. So
And that's fun for a kid.
it is. It is.
Meeting celebrities are always cool.
Absolutely.
And he was like totally cool around him.
Especially if they're cool
Yeah.
celebrities.
He was not. He was not shy, nervous in any way.
He wouldn't be.
You posted the video that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's seen it. Yeah.
Isn't that good? But yeah, he was. Bryn was a little, I think,
Bryn was nervous.
Nervous,
Bryn was nervous
but-
on the podcast last
Yeah.
week.
but it's funny how opposite they are because
So how much have we recorded?
it's got to be at least an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yep. An hour. I just asked the group,
Yeah.
hey, we're recording an episode with our husbands. Anyone have any questions?
nice.
We already have 2. I asked the Slack group. I'm going to go on to the Facebook group. And so that will give
Perfect.
them enough time to ask questions and then we'll ask you.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
So
So
we need some
let's-
Wahlburgers.
Do you want to pause?
Yep. I'm pausing it right now.
Perfect.
To be continued. Okay. You ready?
Oh.
So we decided to ask, because this was kind of an impromptu episode. We were originally going to do a block party.
Absolutely.
And I threw the mics down and the guy said, sure, we'll do this episode.
I'm surprised.
And
Like,
it's been on me. I love it.
it's been really fun.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is what we did do is we asked our admins and moderators first for some questions, and they gave us some questions. And then I reached out to Facebook, to our group, and then I reached out to Twitter. So we're going to go ahead and read the questions. What we did is I said, hey guys, we're doing an episode with our husbands. Anyone have any questions for them? And you guys delivered. Boy, did you deliver.
So we're gonna ask these rapid fire
Right.
because we have a lot of them.
We do. Some of them may be a little bit longer than others, and that's okay. But
Right,
for the
right,
most
right.
part, I think like the ones that they ask, like, and you'll know which questions we're talking about. Just go. You ready?
Don't think, just answer.
I'm ready. This
Right.
is exciting.
Here
All right,
we
you
go.
ready? So this one comes from Charlene. Kevin knows Charlene. Kevin got to
I
meet
do.
Charlene.
I did meet Charlene.
Hi,
Hi, Charlene.
Pizza's high too. Okay, Charlene says, what are your favorite bands or musicians?
Favorite band?
This is Pete.
I would have to probably go with AC/DC.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is not a little surprising, actually.
Thunderstruck.
Rock it out almost every day going to work.
Cool.
Quick side tangent on that note. One of Brody's best friends was in the car one time and wanted to play a song on Spotify. I'm like, okay, just curious as to what he randomly was going to pick. And the song that he picked was
Back in Black,
Back in
wasn't
Black.
Nice.
it? Which I love that song.
So it was a total shock that was the
cool.
song. That,
It was awesome.
I saw him in concert in like '85, and that was the loudest concert I've ever been to in my life. They actually shot cannons off inside the Civic Center in Portland.
Whoa.
My
I
ears
was
rang.
5 years old.
Yeah,
So was I.
but yeah, definitely AC/DC.
I love it.
What about you, Kevin?
I would say Green Day.
Hey.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
What's your favorite Green Day song?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Dookie.
That's the album.
No, probably, even though it's obviously not one of their harder songs, but actually Time of Your Life, just because that came out like our senior year.
It's the soft side of Kevin.
So upsetting.
Experience
riddance.
the soft
Time of your
side.
life.
Yes. Good riddance. 1998.
1998 was a good year.
It was a good year. It was a good year. Okay, so
All right.
here's Charlene's second question. What is your favorite movie?
Oh, this is going to take Pete 17 hours.
No,
You have to pick one.
no.
I know your favorite movie. I know your
what is
favorite
it?
movie. I'm going to say it.
No,
Let Pete say
I
it
think
first, and
I
then
know-
you say what it was.
There's actually two that I'd have to classify as being my favorite movies. First one is The Fifth Element. That movie
Yes.
is just amazing.
Is that what you were going to
That's
say?
exactly what I was going to say.
But
He likes Lilu.
I've never
Lulu.
seen this movie.
I've seen it. It's a good movie.
No,
It's been a long
it's-
time.
Yeah.
It's stupid, but okay.
no, it isn't.
Brooke.
I don't like
But-
it.
Uh-oh, guys.
On a side note, it would be a close second would be Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Those we agree on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uma
Excellent
Thurman.
movies.
Big Uma Thurman fan.
And a big Mila Jovovich fan.
Absolutely.
Hey. All right, Kevin, you're up.
That's a really tough question because I'm not one to watch movies over and over and over.
I think I know what your favorite movie is.
Okay.
Top Gun. Is it not?
I like how you
Oh
said that.
God, we're
Good
losing
movie.
at the
Yeah.
we're
It was a
losing
good
at the
movie.
newlywed game.
Not a huge Tom Cruise fan, but yeah,
Yeah.
good movie.
It was a good
Really
movie,
Tom
What was your
but
Cruise.
favorite movie?
I mean,
Kevin wanted to be a Top Gun.
what?
Didn't you want to be? Well, you wanted to be in the Air Force.
went to
Except I
space
have
camp.
bad eyesight,
Yeah.
Oh.
and so that basically nixes.
He's also wearing his high school glasses again
Yeah.
tonight.
So what's your favorite movie?
Really, the only movies that I watch over and over are the Star Wars movies, which I know is kind of
Hey, that's okay. Own it.
It is.
Right.
Hey,
Great movies.
it is what it is.
Absolutely great movies.
Now, which trilogy of Star Wars?
I mean,
oh,
the
okay.
original.
Yeah.
The
That
original
is
by
not a
far.
question
Yeah,
you
well,
ask of a true Star Wars fan, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The
I don't.
first-
I'm
I
not
didn't
a fan.
either until I asked the question.
Unfortunately, they definitely wrecked the first three. They're redeeming themselves, though, on the last
The first three. Now, this is confusing for people that don't know. The first three are actually the ones that came out in like the late 90s.
Yes.
Okay,
Episodes 1, 2, and 3.
right.
Right.
Even though that doesn't make sense
That's okay.
because
Well, when you watch episode 4, the original Star Wars,
right.
back in 79, 80, it was, it said episode 4, but
It said episode 4.
Yes.
it did.
It
On the
did?
scrolling
Yes.
credit at the beginning, it
So they knew hey, in 20 years we're going to do this again.
Well, if everything went well, I mean, when he made those movies,
kinda
he didn't
crazy.
He didn't really think anybody
really
was going to
is.
come
That's
of it.
really
Right.
ballsy to start.
That is.
It's kind of ballsy, George Lucas. It's kind of ballsy.
I think it worked out just fine for him.
I think
though.
he's just fine, yes.
Agreed.
And Disney.
Yeah.
So, you want to stay at that Star Wars hotel that's coming to Disney?
Absolutely.
I guess that's where we're staying when we go to Disney.
Yep.
Here we go. All right. I think poor Kevin on this one.
What?
But
Oh, why?
Charlene asks, what was your first concert?
Oh, my first concert?
You can answer like somebody that you can answer your first rock
Well,
concert.
I'm trying to even think.
Yeah, I'm trying to think too. It was, what was the band's name? It was a rock concert. I can't think of what the hair band was that I went to back then.
Slaughter.
No, it wasn't Slaughter.
Firehouse.
No.
White Snake.
Scorpions.
You know what? I think it was White Snake, actually. Yeah.
White Snake is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here I go again.
Was
on
Tawny
my
there?
own.
You'd
remember if Tawny was there.
Yeah. I don't know if she was there or not. But that was another very loud concert.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How about you, Kev?
How old you, Kevin?
I'm trying to even honestly remember. Obviously, growing up, I went to a lot of Christian rock concerts, but even
Kevin,
thinking
did you
of
see
those,
POD?
I saw POD. I saw
I love
POD
POD.
way before they were big.
I know you
used to
did.
go to this music festival in New Hampshire that was on a mountain, and it was 3 days, just bands playing several stages and everything. And yeah, I saw them before they were on MTV
so
and all
cool.
that stuff.
Kevin wasn't allowed to watch MTV. That's
Yes, I
okay. It's
was.
okay. I'm sure there's
Hence
people.
my disdain for Carson Daly.
Oh, well, that question's coming up. But Kevin did it on the sneak. He sneaked. He sneaked the MTV. It's okay. There's other people, I'm sure, in our group that were the same way. Actually, we've gotten
Absolutely.
stories that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a signed photograph of all the guys from POD, and Brooke
think
knows
that's so
that
cool.
because when she worked at Prince Plus in the
Plus.
mall, she framed it for me.
I framed it.
Did you really?
You don't remember that?
No.
You don't remember that?
No, my memory has been really bad lately. So, what was your first non what's it
Well, it
called?
would've
With
been something-
secular music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It would've
guys
been-
can't listen to that secular
I'm
music.
sure it would have been something with you. I'm trying to think of.
We've never been to a concert together.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, we have. Local concerts.
Dave Matthews Band was the only concert we've ever been to together.
Maybe that was his first
No,
one.
that's not true.
Then go ahead and name it.
Maybe that was, I guess, but my memory is of.
Oh, it gets better when you get older.
Yeah,
trust
I
me.
know.
Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. I apologize. Because we went to see, before Brody was born, we went to Bangor Auditorium when it was still Bangor
Yes.
Auditorium, and we went to see the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yes, we did.
You bought those tickets for me for my birthday. I was so excited.
Did I go with you? to the
Yeah,
concert?
you did, because
Wow,
it
I
was
must have
you.
blocked that out
Before
because
Pete.
It was you and me and Brooke and Darcy.
Yep. This was pre-Pete.
I remember.
And I got my picture taken with some guy that opened. Because he found out it was my birthday.
Who was it?
I don't know. He had really curly hair.
Oh.
I have the picture. I
That's
just
cool.
came across it.
Not a huge Goo Goo Dolls fan, but I know you were.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't
I mean, it's cool because they came to Bangor.
Right.
I really liked them. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. Okay. This one comes from Courtney. What was your favorite TV show from the 80s or 90s?
Wow.
Yikes. From the 80s or 90s? You know what? That's a tough one. But, probably the one I probably watched the most in the 80s would have been The Cosby Show, I would have to say.
Definitely
that
a
was
lot
right,
of-
yeah.
I mean, it was...
You didn't miss it.
No. I mean...
That was a show that I watched all the time. Now, we
Yes.
talked about shows.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a show that I definitely watched all the time. That was a show I watched with my mom and dad.
My parents used to, because it was before my bedtime, or it was after my bedtime, so my parents would tape it, and I'd watch it the next
Aw.
morning before school.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Yep. The show I watched probably the most, hardly missed an episode, would have been Seinfeld, which was kind of. I mean, it started early '90s, I guess. and-
That's totally 90s.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
you are a
ended in like
Seinfeld
98,
expert.
99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've definitely seen every episode more than one time.
That's a good choice, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. Hey. All right. This one comes from Maria. It's okay. What did you think of New Kids on the Block in their youth before the podcast and now? So what did you think about New Kids on the Block
when they were like
when
new.
they first came out? Then what did you think about them when they got reunited? And then what do you think about them now after we started the podcast?
When they came out, really wasn't my cup of tea.
Right. Well, because you were, I mean,
Yeah.
You were like 20.
Yeah.
You were late teens.
I know that they were just one of the boy bands, basically, and I didn't really follow them. You know,
That's okay.
I was big into more an alternative or, you know, harder rock.
White Snake.
Yeah, well.
Guns N'
It
Roses.
was college years, so I was
Right.
kind of listening to more, you know, alternative
Terrence
rock.
Trent D'Arby.
I like Terrence Trent D'Arby. So, but that's a different perspective because,
Yes.
like, Kevin would have been like
Our
with
age.
the
Right.
girls that would be like, oh my god.
But were the girls in your school, did they talk about New Kids on the Block?
No, I was really not very familiar with New Kids on the Block. The only thing
Isn't
that I
that
was
crazy?
really
Isn't that
crazy.
insane?
Yeah.
the only I was aware of them very minimally, and the only memory I have really of New Kids on the Block. So, I mean, I can remember some stuff on TV here and there, but the real memory was actually on our trip to space camp.
I have not
When-
heard this.
No, you probably haven't.
This is amazing. I'm excited.
My brother and I went to space camp.
Space camp.
I think it was 1990.
We need an episode all about space camp.
And
BTW.
so it was like one of the first times we ever flew anywhere
Yeah.
because, you know, we just drove when we went on vacations. That was the norm. Flying was very expensive. And so for the trip, and we never had cable, and I don't even remember why, but we had gotten like a Nickelodeon magazine. There was a thing, wasn't it? Like Nickelodeon
Sure was.
magazine.
So yeah.
And so I don't know if it was in the airport or something, but my mom had gotten a Nickelodeon magazine, and of course they were in it. And I was just flipping through, and I can vividly remember thinking, what is NKOTB? What does that even mean?
I love it.
Niggle Bob or whatever.
Yeah.
What?
Nick Bob or something.
You're trying to sound out the letters. It came out wrong.
Yeah, totally.
It's,
You see
it
how
would be
much of a
Nick
follower I
Nick
was
Bob.
back then. Yeah.
I love that. But like,
So I really had no
Until
opinion
you met
on
me?
them. Right. Yeah.
that's crazy. And
It
like,
is
I've
because,
asked
like-
his friends, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, so, you know, were you really excited about New Kids on the Block? Like, Adrian.
Yeah.
I talked to her about it, and she was like,
Well,
didn't-
she was quite a bit older too, though.
she was, but I mean, it was still,
Yeah.
you know, but she said, no, like, we weren't allowed to listen to that.
Yeah, back then, you know, it was a big deal.
And they were like,
Music.
but they were like clean cut boys. Like, my parents were like, these boys are legit. They say no to drugs. Like, these are okay. This is an okay group of guys. You can then. Hey, Nikki, you hear New Kids on the Block? They're an okay group of guys.
But I think that's so weird because like even like when we were in school, like the guys knew who they were
Yeah,
and they made fun of them and us.
I can remember very specifically.
I remember very specifically. I remember a conversation the first day of school in 5th grade
With who?
at lunch.
With who?
I won't say who.
Well, you have to mouth so I know. Oh, I'm interested to hear this.
So at lunch, I was talking to, I don't remember who it was, somebody, a friend.
Yep.
And we were talking about how I went to a New Kids on the Block concert that summer.
Which is, you guys, like, only
And
the
she was
coolest
really
of the cool
excited.
went to a New Kids on the Block concert because they were like crazy big. You could hardly get tickets.
Well, she was really excited about it. And she said something like to the other table behind us, which was mostly boys, like, hey guys, she went to a New Kids on the Block concert this summer. And he said, and like, I remembered this. I don't remember him from elementary school, but I remember this, like, is my first memory of this person. And that stuck with it till today. He said, oh my God, a New Kids on the Block concert? Have a hernia, man. That's what he said.
Have a hernia. I mean, is that like a Bart Simpson thing? Or
I don't
something?
know, but he was like being like a jerk face about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, who are you? And that was that.
Right.
And that's kind of how I feel today.
You're just jealous. You're just jealous of those.
You're jealous because they're
moves.
smooth.
That smooth skin.
So what about, how do you feel today?
Yeah, how do you feel? Well, how did you feel when they got back together?
Did you know?
Did you know?
Pass.
You knew.
I knew because you were very excited about it, and I was happy for you.
My mom thought NSYNC got back together.
Yeah.
So she gave me a call at the,
I remember
at the
that.
newspaper.
Yeah, it was
No
hilarious.
similarities there.
But
at
I
all.
was even more excited.
Right.
I have to admit, like, I'd be
Yeah.
excited if NSYNC got back together. But I was even more excited.
He's getting bug spray.
Oh, perfection. Pete is amazing.
Bugs. What bugs?
But so how do you feel about them like now? So before the podcast, you were just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy, for you because you were excited, but it really
And you were always willing to support me
Right, I
going
mean-
to any of the concerts.
right. It didn't, I had no effect on me personally, but I was happy for you.
Yeah. Thank you. I know there did come a point that, oh, that's what you do.
That's serious.
I'm going to put some on
good.
my feet.
I'm gonna put some on my feet too.
That's the only thing I care about because I'll itch it at night.
They're not
So
bugging
Pete,
me
when
yet.
Brooke started wanting to go to the concerts and stuff, what was your opinion?
It's her thing. So, I guess, kind of indifferent about it, but, there again, not my cup of tea, but, it's cool that, whenever a band gets back together, I guess you kind of relive a lot of your childhood. So it's kind of fun in that regard. So.
I have a question, just like popped it.
Yeah.
What is a band that you would want to see get back together?
Oh God, a band that I would.
If you could choose one band to get back together,
Excuse me.
what would it be? This is a Nikki question.
That is a tough one. Jeez, a lot of them have stayed together that I listen to. So,
Poison.
Yeah, that would be a cool band I'd like to see back together.
Are they not
Air
together?
Supply?
Are Poison not together?
Yeah, they are. They actually, Amber just went to the concert and sent
Yeah.
me pictures
I
of
thought they were.
CeCe DeVille. I was very excited because
You
how
love CeCe.
I
Actually-
freaking love CeCe DeVille.
You know what? It'll never happen again. But Guns N' Roses.
Hey,
that would be.
that
But
would be
aren't they
good.
back together?
They tried to.
Axl Rose is now singing or tried to sing for AC/DC. And
Excuse me?
Yeah.
They didn't
That's
like
just-
that. Yeah,
that's an abomination.
yeah, pretty much. But unfortunately,
Strong opinions.
AC/DC is
I don't know anything about
unfortunately dropping like flies, and
this. I don't know anything about this.
The
What
lead
happens when
singer.
you get old?
yeah, exactly. And it's sad, but it definitely AC/DC had their time, and Guns N' Roses had their time, but I don't think it would ever happen again because Axl Rose is a
Don't say it.
I-
Don't say it.
Hey,
Hey, we get it. We
Yeah.
get it.
Yep.
How about you, Kevin? Oh, well, did you want to finish? Did you have any more to add to the other question
No.
about how you feel about them now after the podcast? Has your opinion changed? Sorry,
No.
I should probably ask you that too. Has your opinion changed since before the podcast to now?
No, I know a lot more about them, but I'm still I've not become a super fan, but I'm happy for you that it's been
Thank you.
not the answer you were looking for.
No, it's okay. No, I'm not looking for any answer. How about you, Pete?
yeah, a lot of the same. It's neat that you guys are, got this podcast going and neat.
I like it.
And, you got a lot of fans and, fellow, New Kid on the Block fans that enjoy what you
BHs
talk
or
about.
blockheads.
Oh, okay.
That's what they like to be called. I'm just kidding.
Nice. But, no, it's great that you guys are doing this. So,
Oh, you guys are
That's
great.
very nice.
All right. Should I ask the other questions here?
Yep. Let's keep going.
Okay. Who was your first celebrity crush growing up?
God. Celebrity crush.
I have never asked Kevin this question.
I know a current celebrity crush of Kevin's.
He has told me that is no longer the case.
I would find that very hard to believe.
I would too.
Have you seen her lately? She looks amazing.
She does look the same.
Who's this?
Shannon Elizabeth.
Oh, yes. American Pie. Yes. Who can
Kevin,
forget that scene?
You were a dirty old man watching that movie.
Actually, she was because she was older.
She was a lot older than the rest of the cast.
Because that was again like right around when we were graduating high school,
Right.
and she's a few years older than I am. She's 40 something.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
So
But
there.
and this question was first celebrity
First
crush.
celebrity
First
crush.
celebrity
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
So I'll have to revert back to, the whole Star Wars thing, and definitely Empire Strikes Back and Princess Leia and, Carrie
Princess
Fisher.
Leia buns. Don't Google that.
Yeah.
Do not Google it. Nikki found that one out the hard way.
Oh,
With the
boy.
kids.
Yeah. No, she definitely my generation. A lot of Carrie Fisher, definitely.
That's good. That's a good answer. I
a
think
great
she's
answer.
gorgeous. So
Yeah. Sadly, miss her. Rest in
yeah,
peace.
yeah.
That's a tough question, but I think probably Alyssa Milano.
Good answer.
That's a pretty good answer.
That's a
The
good
boss.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
She was a cutie
Samantha
back then.
Maselli.
yeah, Samantha Maselli.
I wanted to be Samantha Maselli. I would literally go to bed and close my eyes and say I want to wake up and be Alyssa Milano. I did. That's an honest to God thing.
Oh, I think that's awesome.
Who's the guy in that? I forgot his name.
Tony Danza.
Tony Danza.
Yes. He
How
was
you
pretty cool.
doing? How you
How you
doing?
doing,
he
Tony
was cool.
Danza?
How you doing, Tony Danza?
You look pretty good now.
Hey, I wouldn't kick you out of bed for eating crackers.
All right.
All right. Okay. That was from Charlene. Okay, another one from Maria as well. Okay. What has been the most surprising moment for you guys upon understanding and figuring things out about the community of blockheads? Because if I word it like she had here, I don't think that they would understand it.
No.
But
I don't think that Pete understands.
You lost me a little bit.
I
there.
think that you understand because you've seen it.
Right. So, what has been the most surprising thing about getting to know the blockhead community?
I'm trying to think how to say it even, but when we took the trip out to LA, meeting these people that you've never met, I've never met, but how it's you're meeting old friends,
Right.
and it's just instant.
That was pretty crazy.
Instant connection?
Yeah.
I've never had that with anybody else before.
It's crazy.
I felt like I immediately didn't even take us seconds. It was I'm hanging out with Brooke right now.
Right.
I feel comfortable and you know how I am. And I think that was a huge surprise for you.
Because I really know how you are,
Yeah.
and it was
very
cool,
I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to people.
right?
And it was very different. So that's definitely something Pete's going to probably see.
Maybe
Yeah.
someday, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he will.
But
Sooner than later. Okay. Charlene, what was the first cassette you bought?
Wow. First cassette.
I did not buy cassettes because
Kevin never bought a cassette.
He wasn't allowed. He was forbidden.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to go into tape world.
so what I used to do was listen to the radio on headphones at night when I was
And
supposed to be
record it.
sleeping and wait and have the record button ready to go. So
Sneaky.
That is sneaky.
yeah. And every once in a while, you'd move or something, the headphone jack would pull out, and I'd be scrambling to turn the radio off because it would all of a sudden be
Be like music.
yeah.
Oh, Mom, she can't hear Samantha Fox.
But
No,
the local
she can't hear Samantha Fox.
the local radio station here, Fox 104.7 at the time, did top 9 at 9. or
Top
something?
9 at 9.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was always because that's when the biggest 9 size at the time. So it was always ready to go to record.
That's
And
awesome.
I'd make my own mixtapes basically for myself.
Yeah.
He still has them.
Yes.
we need to go through
I'd
them.
like to hear what's
They'd
on
be
them.
awesome.
Yeah.
I bet there's some Mariah Carey.
I think,
I bet there's some Ace of Base.
yeah.
There's some Ace of Base.
All right, Pete, what was your first cassette?
I'm trying to think back.
He's old enough that we could say, what was your first album?
Oh, yeah.
What was your first 8-track?
Oh, hey. Did you have an
He's never
8-track?
had an 8-track.
Well, my dad had an 8-track, yes. Yeah, I remember riding around in the car and rocking out the 8-track with my dad. And that was some times. But probably, I'm thinking first cassette was probably either Quiet Riot or Kiss. It had to be one of those two. I'm leaning towards Kiss, and I can't remember which album it was, but it was definitely one of their earlier ones.
Very cool.
That was very cool. All right. If you guys had a podcast, who or what band would you like to interview if given the chance?
Huh. Well,
Is this bands from the 80s and 90s
No,
or just
it
in
could
general?
be whatever. Well, yeah, 80s and 90s. Let's do 80s and 90s.
Yeah, because we'll keep it in.
This one's from Maria.
podcast with a band that I'd like to interview?
What did he just ask?
He just asked me if they could go swimming.
Where?
I don't know. That's why I just said no.
What in the world?
There's nowhere to go swimming.
That's a pretty easy no.
Yeah.
That was Birdie.
He probably would get in the bathtub.
Oh, he definitely would get in the bathtub, so don't even let him hear
Oh,
you
that's
say that.
exactly what he
because-
was.
No, it's not what he was thinking.
Yeah.
But if he heard that even just suggested, he'd be
Yeah.
in there before he...
Nice. Playing with Sadie's bathroom toys.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't threaten him with a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, podcast with a band that I'd love to interview. It is kind of a complete 180 from the old rock theme that I got going on, but it'd be pretty cool to interview Garth Brooks.
Hey, we saw them together, all
Yeah.
of us,
Yes,
all
we
four
did.
of us.
Awesome.
I kind of forgot about that, actually.
He is an amazing entertainer, and I listen to him a lot, and from his the Fences CD.
I couldn't even tell you because honestly, I
It was,
never listened to country music. But even from someone that never listens to country music, that concert
Yes.
was very entertaining.
too.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you imagine his concerts back, in the 90s? He
Yeah.
was
enjoyed
insane.
it.
That was a life goal.
It was a good concert.
He definitely put on a hell of a show, when
very
we went to but
It's a very good
a
show.
lot of fun.
You want to ask the next question, Brooke? Now they get it.
He didn't answer.
I didn't
sorry.
answer, but
excuse me, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry, Kevin.
that's a hard one. I'd probably go back to Green Day again.
Good answer.
Good answer.
Makes sense, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What was your favorite family vacation from your childhood?
This one's from Courtney.
We didn't go on a lot of vacations. I hung out with my cousins a lot. So probably something, it was
Something
over
in the Maine woods, probably.
Yeah, well, no, it was one of the funnest. I wouldn't say you call it a vacation, but I'd go hang out with my cousins down Christmas break, and we would cause havoc down in Sanford.
I've heard stories.
Oh yes, yeah, and we used to go skating on the river and make big bonfires, and it was fun.
What was that? What happened when you guys coded each other and like? What was that story?
It wasn't a vacation. That was actually my cousins and I.
Just quick, but what was it that you painted on each other? Or?
It was copper bottom boat paint. Yeah,
On your skin?
Oh yeah. We
All
painted
over.
each other head to toe.
What?
Yeah, my dad used to have a lobster boat.
Did you get sick?
No, we got in the bathtub and like any
the mom.
Yeah,
like,
if that happened nowadays, you'd be probably put in jail as parents. But
copper bottom boat paint.
yeah, we decided
Head to toe.
Head to toe. Yes.
That was the 70s, folks.
Yep. Hey, no brakes. No
throw 'em in
arm
the
pads, no
tub.
helmets. Hey, we go for it.
I would love to see a picture of that head.
I don't think there was any pictures. There'd probably be some legal
my
issues if there
word.
were.
I'm just trying to
but
picture it in my head. I'm
I can't even
red
imagine.
Statue of Liberty.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of the Tin Man.
yeah, exactly.
God.
Kevin,
So-
what about you?
So my answer wouldn't be one specific vacation, but every summer, my dad grew up on Long Island, and he ended up up here going to college. So his family all were still on Long Island when I was growing up. So we would always go down for the week of 4th of July. And my uncle always had fireworks.
His own fireworks.
His own fireworks.
That's cool.
Because he traveled a lot. So when he was down south, because the only place you could
Oh,
buy
was
him.
this Joel?
Yes.
Joel was like the cool, like,
He was.
Like the cool uncle?
oh yeah.
So there was. Of the 4 siblings, he was the youngest. So yeah, he was the.
He was the cool uncle. He was like the Uncle Traveling Matt.
Yeah.
Yes.
He
Yes.
was like the cool uncle.
Yes.
So back then, the only place you could buy fireworks was like
Right.
down south. So like when
South
he
of
would
the
travel
border.
for work, he would, when he would be down south, he would bring it back with him. But so we had our own fireworks shows many of those times. But my parents would stay for that week, the week of 4th of July, and then they would go home, and we would my brother and I would spend the whole month of July with my grandparents.
Oh, cool.
And so Uncle Joel would take us into the city to Yankees games or Mets games. And, back when, you think about it now, a guy taking, young kids through like the Bronx
Oh my gosh.
to go to to baseball games. We'd ride the train in. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You'd take the train in, and then you'd have to walk from whatever the closest train stop was. It's, New York's a lot different now than it was back then, but it was, it was a
cool.
blast. Yeah.
That was a cool experience.
Yeah.
Even if you did you go to Yankees games?
We would, Yankees or Mets games,
Boo.
All right. Okay. So Mandy likes the question we ask our guests.
Yeah.
So let's ask this one. What's one thing you should know how to do by now, but you don't?
That's one of the questions we ask like all our guests.
Yes, I'm familiar with the question.
Oh wait, did we ask you this before? I think we asked him this
you
before.
might have.
I think we did when
Yes.
he came on. Yeah, I think we already asked you this, so this one's for
Yeah.
Pete.
So
Yeah,
here's a good example of an answer.
Yeah.
And I know that this isn't your answer.
Yeah.
But like by now I should know how to sew, but
Same.
I don't. So like, what is one thing that you should know how to do by now, but you don't?
Wow, that's a tough one.
Because you can do anything.
I'm kind of handy on just about all fronts, but one thing I should know how to do by now, but I don't. How about... God, that is a tough one. I don't want to sound like
I don't want to sound like I know everything, but
I know how to do a lot of things.
do you know how to format a proper letter?
Yes.
I have a hard time with the English stuff now because it seems like they've changed it all since
I didn't
we were
realize it's
learning.
one space after a period now.
I don't believe that.
It is.
That is the truth.
Really?
And
I always brought up with two.
I refuse to believe that.
I have now.
As well as the Oxford
I'm
comma.
trained now to do just one space.
I'm doing one space now.
I will never stop doing that, and I will never stop using the Oxford comma.
Okay, we know how we have established your position on that.
So you know how to do everything.
No, I'm not saying
It's-
that, but
it's a hard
nothing,
question.
Nothing's really popping in my head. That
Do you?
Do you know how to bleach your whites?
Yes, he does.
Yes.
He's
I don't
like
know how to
king
do
of the
that.
laundry.
Can you teach me?
I throw it in,
yeah,
put it to a setting, and turn
Yeah.
it on.
it says bleach. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
It's not that easy.
And he
I've
does know how
done
to
that,
sew.
and they turn yellow.
You can do a quick whip stitch.
He can.
Let's not talk about that. I have
That's a sore spot with
that's
Nikki.
a sore spot.
Can I just say that whenever I'm like, I don't wear things with buttons. Like he could sew a button, but one time I was wearing a dress
Yes.
and it was like, oh, like right on the chest. It just needed to be like pinned. Like it needed to be like tacked.
I'm aware. I don't understand why shirts like that, if you buy them bigger, they show more boob. But go ahead.
Right. So I needed to wear it for something and I had that problem and I was going to pin it. And he was like, oh, no, let me have that. And he
I am
sewed
impressed.
it. And
Color
it looked
me
like-
impressed.
It looked like
Thank you to my home ec
Fine.
teacher in high school.
See,
yes.
whoa.
Right.
I'm gonna say this. There was a Maine initiative when we were supposed to have home ec.
right.
Okay. we didn't get it.
Yeah.
Right.
It got taken out the year that we were supposed to have it, and I wanted it so bad because I
That-
wanted to learn how to do these
That
things.
and shop they should bring back
Go-
today.
I wanted to
Exactly.
learn
I mean-
how to change my oil.
Yep.
I wanted to
Yes.
learn how to change a tire. And my parents, Gramp ended up teaching me how to change a tire, but I wanted to learn that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I was fortunate too. My dad was handy, and he was a carpenter, and grew up with that, and an electrician for a grandfather. So I mean, all of that stuff, all the trade stuff I used to do, until getting into retail. But now, it's kind of second nature. But
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, that's a tough question. I'll have to think on that and maybe come back to it.
People come back to us on that one.
Yeah.
We will let you know.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to maybe ask you how to do my whites. So you want me to do the next one?
Sure.
This one comes from Charlene again. What thing did you think was so cool growing up that you look back now and the emoji is cover my face emoji?
Neon.
Baseball.
Neon is
God.
cool. What are you talking about? Neon's
Like-
so cool.
Like,
Kevin
I
wore a lot
have-
of neon though.
Yes. And like
Let me just tell
it
you.
wasn't like if it was like it was complete like shirt neon.
Kevin had
shorts,
bicycle shorts.
neon.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
bicycle
No.
shorts.
I had bicycle shorts.
Well,
It wasn't
But I think
just
it's
like
different
it wasn't just like a little
for a
neon. It
girl.
was
it was a little different, but it was cool back then. A lot of the boys wore bicycle
Yes.
shorts.
I got a good one. So probably the thing that jumps out of my head, because I have to look at my left ear frequently in the mirror, would be a earring in the left ear.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
A lot of people have earrings in their left ear.
Oh, I understand that, but back then, yeah, it was really cool. But now I think it's kind of silly.
I think it's pretty cool.
So,
I think you should get both ears pierced
well, I was just
Yeah.
going to say, I mean, you had one ear pierced.
and then wear
Right.
hoops.
So, what?
I did that.
like a
I
pirate.
think that's cool. Hey, watch it. I like the hoops, obviously.
Like a pirate. You could, like, gauge it up.
Yeah.
Me?
No, him. He
Oh,
could.
yeah,
he
there
could,
you go.
I'm gonna start
You
work.
could still put something in there.
I'm gonna start working
Probably.
on that.
What, gauge?
Kevin's also going to start working on his sleeve.
I saw an interesting sleeve recently. It was on the lower arm, not the upper arm, and I was like, that's interesting.
Interesting. Oh,
No, I really want a sleeve.
I do, but I don't.
I want to go to different states, as Brooke said, and suggested I get the state bird.
Every state bird.
Face. Parakeet.
Moving on.
No, that's
Okay.
funny.
The next one was, if you had to live in another state, where would you choose? And I know your answer,
So
Kevin.
this is an easy one. North Carolina. All of my dad's relatives that used to live on Long Island, and most of them have migrated south to North Carolina when it just got, unbearably expensive to live
Does
on
it,
Long Island.
does it have to be in the U.S.?
No.
No.
I would definitely want to live in Vancouver.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I'd move there.
Yeah. In British Columbia, that is. Not.
So I think the next question is for Kim. It's from
Kim.
Kim.
Who is your favorite new kid? I think this is going to be.
This is easy.
Who is it?
Donnie.
Who is it?
Probably Mark.
That's not a new kid.
I don't know.
That was perfect.
Oh, he's a
That
Wolverine.
was
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
He's not a new kid.
I thought he was. See, there you
That
go.
was perfect.
That's how much my husband knows about New Kids on the Block.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Mark. So knowing that Mark is not a new kid, and knowing that you
Here are your
probably
choices.
only know one other,
Here are your
Yeah.
choices. Danny Wood,
Yeah.
Jordan Knight,
Yeah.
John Knight, Joey McIntyre, or Donnie Wahlberg.
Probably have to go with Donnie Wahlberg then.
because it's the only other one he knows.
Yep.
Oh, okay. No
But
big
also,
deal.
Donnie's amazing,
NBD.
Yes.
and Mark Wahlberg is cool too, but he's just not a new kid. Okay.
He's Marky Mark.
Oh, this is a good one.
This is a
that's,
really good
that's
one.
what
This
it
is a
was.
really good
Yes.
one.
I'm nervous about this one.
I am a little nervous.
I'm actually a lot nervous about this.
I'm a lot nervous about this.
Okay. You want to ask it?
Okay.
I'm nervous.
What is one of your first really good memories of your future wives?
As in us, not
As
like
a-
the wives
as
you'll
an
have
I.
after us.
Yes. We already talked about that.
We're revisiting that topic. Okay. So, what was the question again?
Okay, so what is, let me reword this. What is one of your first really good memories of your now wife? Like your very first good memory of your now wife?
Good memories and I remember it well, or good memory is
No. Like a good memory, because I know exactly what you're going to say, and you don't need to talk about that.
Do I know what he's going to say?
Yes, you probably do.
I don't know what I'm going to say, so I hope you two do.
I thought you were going to talk about me dancing on the table up at the bar.
Nope.
Okay. We're going to take that out.
I mean, I think probably one of the, when we first met, she was getting done at the place I was taking over, and we went out to a bar down in Hollowell, Maine or something, and got to meet her, and she was super nice. So, yeah.
We went out with Justin and JR, right?
Yeah, and Justin and JR, and Joe was there too, I think.
Joe.
Yeah. And
Joey Nutsack.
But,
that was fun.
yes.
That was fun. Kevin.
So early on, I'm not sure if, we were, I guess, dating, you would say, or
When was this?
when was it?
Yeah, when?
When were you dating?
Around in 2000,
What time of year?
winter.
It
Okay,
felt
yes, we were dating.
springtime.
Yeah. Well, it was close to the very beginning.
Yes.
So a little backstory. I used to play basketball a lot, and especially on, I think it was Wednesday evenings. And I was supposed to, after playing, meet her at her house.
This was our first date, actually.
Right. And I didn't show up because essentially I broke my ankle playing basketball, and I ended up in the emergency room. But anyway, so that led to me on crutches in a boot, not able to get around very well, and us going on a date to a hockey game at the University of Maine. And so she had to drive me. I mean, I could drive because it was my left foot, but it was just easier if she did. And
Where are the kids? Living room?
so we went to the hockey game, and she seemed really into it.
Into what?
The hockey game. Psych.
And we had a good time.
No, I mean, I like
You're
sports.
like, hey, hit that puck.
I liked sports, but like that was the
Slap
first
it.
hockey game I'd ever been to.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And so it was like there were a lot of people, and I was trying to like play it cool because you didn't know about my anxiety at the time.
Right.
So
And I was on
having that many
crutches.
people in the, you know what I mean? And you're on crutches, and I don't want him to fall because it was slippery because there was snow.
Well, it's cement.
And yeah, and I was really trying to play it cool. Like I just went home and cried after that night because it was just so much for me. Sorry. Don't mean
That's
to make that a
cute.
bad
Was that better
memory.
than the other story?
No.
The one you were thought I was going to talk about?
Oh, about when you were going to meet me at my birthday?
Moving on.
I already told that story.
Yeah.
I already told the
I
story
know.
on the podcast. You
And I'm
don't
just saying,
know.
was that was the story I had better than that?
Yes.
I got
Much
another
better.
one too, actually.
Oh, God.
Oh, I like
I'm
this.
scared.
No, I was thinking of the time that I took you whitewater rafting.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, I know this.
Oh, I do
Yeah.
know this. I lived it.
Yeah, barely.
This is fantastic.
I remember taking her up to the river. She sounded like she was really into it, and I bought her a life vest. Yeah,
Psych.
yeah. She had me buffaloed pretty good there. Find out later she was definitely afraid of water, but decided that she was gonna go
I
whitewater.
have my own.
Oh,
Yeah,
She
you
definitely
did.
tried to convince me that I
Yeah.
would love whitewater
Yeah.
rafting, so I would go. And I was like, oh no.
The lower part is really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, you keep trying.
Yeah.
No, the lower is fun.
So
I
now,
would do that.
I
now
see
Pete
death.
and I go whitewater
Yeah,
rafting.
exactly. Yeah.
They can go. They can do all the whitewater rafting
Yeah.
they would like to.
But no, I think she had a great time, even though she says she was.
I did it.
Yeah.
I was super proud of you.
Yeah.
And then, do you remember when we went to your cousin's place and we were drinking and sitting at the picnic table?
Yeah.
And what did you say to me? Do you remember what you said to me? We were watching the big log burn. And you said, "So, when you moving in?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Yep, I remember that, even though I was drunk.
The only way to be in the forks. Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I love it. That was great.
Yep. And what was your answer? Tomorrow.
Yeah, like, aren't I already moved in?
Yeah, pretty much.
The one
It was
thing
just logistics at that point.
I left off about the hockey game thing is when we were driving home, we saw a shooting star.
Oh.
And I called Brooke right after and I said, I'm going to marry him. And she was like, What? And I told this story a little bit,
Yep.
but
Oh my gosh.
I didn't tell you that. But after I had like lit everything, like I processed everything, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is meant to be.
Cool.
And it was.
What did you think after the hockey
Look at you
game?
now.
Well,
That was a good game.
They have the game won.
but we let it slip away.
All right. So we have Kelly has like a bunch of questions that are kind of like
Yep, rapid fire.
these
All
are
right.
rapid fire.
All right.
First, let's say
Bring 'em
what
on.
Mandy said.
What did Mandy
Because
say?
Mandy said
Oh,
she
yeah.
wants. Okay, so also tell them thank you on behalf of the whole MSCD. Go ahead, you read it.
Mandy said, also tell them thank you on behalf of the whole MSCW fam for their support of you ladies doing this podcast that has turned into so much more. With a little heart emoji.
Yep, she just wanted to thank
Nice.
you.
That's
thanks.
nice.
Thanks
You're
for I don't want to say letting
For your
us do
support.
this, but yeah, for supporting us.
Hey.
You do. You support us.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your support.
Yes.
Well, Kim's question says, can you believe what you've created and accomplished and how we've grown already?
Can we believe what you guys have created?
Right.
Oh, it's been
It's kind of a weird question to ask.
It is a weird question
From
to
like
ask.
us, but it's from Kim. So,
Right.
but I'm like geeked out. Like this is awkward.
But like
Yeah.
I said before, I knew there was, definitely the potential and it would be a lot of work. And I didn't necessarily think it would be, as big as fast, but I knew it could definitely become,
Yeah.
I don't think Pete realizes.
Well, yeah. I'm still kind of.
they're kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Kevin!
Stop it.
I'm
Kevin says that to me in
I'm
awkward
gathering
moments.
that here with
It's
all
a-
the
it's a 90s
fans' questions that are coming out here. I'm looking at. So
That we asked like 45 minutes ago.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So-
very cool.
And they're not fans, they're friends.
Friends. Okay.
Exactly. They are all our friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's Kelly's rapid fire questions. Kelly asks, boxers or briefs?
Boxers.
What?
Boxer briefs.
Yeah, you're
Boxer briefs.
I was going
But
sorry.
you
I
said-
didn't mean to yell that.
Echoed.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Sorry, boxer
Boxer
briefs.
At least you
briefs.
didn't do
Yeah.
something like a penis. Okay, toilet paper, over or under?
Over. Oh my word! It drives me nuts.
Thank you.
Physically, no matter where I am, I will flip it around
I
if I
always
see
do
it.
over,
Yes, you
but-
do.
I always do over, but my parents always did under, and it would drive me nuts,
But
and I'd
that
switch
drives
it,
me
and my
nuts.
dad would switch it right
Literally?
back.
Public bathrooms, I flip them over because it drives me nuts.
Kevin will flip that shit over.
Smack it up, flip it, rub it down.
Oh no!
All right. Dessert first or save for last?
Save for last.
Save for last. Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. What is one thing you admire about your wife?
Kevin's
It's
taking a while to think about
supposed
it.
to be rapid fire. Whoops.
Just one thing you admire.
Dedication.
Stick-to-itiveness.
Wow.
That is really a word.
That's I'm
Really?
impressed
It
that I
is.
got that.
No, really, that's what you admire.
Your stick-to-itiveness and my dedication.
Oh, so which is the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
That's cool. So,
it's better than saying, I don't know, your ability to sleep. I'm a champion sleeper, just so we know.
So we have not a whole lot of time left because this one needs to go to bed.
Sorry, guys.
Which one?
He works at 5 in the morning.
We'll hurry. We'll hurry as fast as we can.
So where?
I got it. You ready?
Okay,
Okay. So first one from Facebook is
I'll pull up Twitter.
from Jennifer Leahy. And this one's for Kevin. And this is in reference to my NSYNC posters that I was going to throw away.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to save all my stuff?
I just knew that down the road you would definitely want to have those still, because it was so important to you. I mean, literally, your walls were covered with them. I mean, as big of a fan of things, sports wise and stuff as I am, you blow me away on your fandomness, I guess.
I am very particular.
Yeah.
I don't do all the stuff, but
No.
when I do it hard.
Yeah.
I'm all in 100%. Well, thank you. That was from Jenny from the block. Jenny
was
Leahy.
good.
Thanks, Jenny. Can we do the next one too?
Yes, because I don't have them pulled up.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't find
What
them.
was there? What were both of your initial reactions when we told you that we were going to do the podcast?
I guess I was just okay. It wasn't a big reaction.
Because he thought it would last a week.
That's okay, but that's okay.
Right. So
Yeah.
he was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
No, I was excited because I knew you were looking for something kind of hobby-ish, or something that was not work related, because you spend so much time doing work. You were looking for something else to put some creativity into.
That's great. Thank you. Okay, we already answered Don. That was from Jenny too, and Don said, "Who's Pete's favorite new kid?" Donnie.
Mark.
Okay, here's one. We kind of covered it, but Don asks, do one. Would you ever go on the cruise? It's a hard one because I think both of their answers. Well, first,
I don't think it's that hard, actually. Looking at their faces, I don't think it's that hard.
just stay.
But my answer would be probably no, but it's not a negative thing. It's just that
It's a money thing.
it's a money thing. It's obviously
If it didn't matter.
If money wasn't an option, would
If
you
there was
go
no
on the
issue.
cruise?
Hey, I'd go if Kevin went. So there you go.
Hey, it's all right. And
I think
I'm not opposed to going on the cruise. No.
I don't think I'd go for the same reason that friends would go.
Oh, I'm sure.
I
that.
mean-
But you would go if money wasn't an option.
Right.
You would be excited to go. I thought that would be it, but no, that's not the answer.
I don't.
It's okay. Just be honest.
I mean, I would go. I would look at it. It wouldn't be like
me
anything
going.
different. Right.
Well, no.
It'd still be like,
I think everybody knows
I'm going
that.
on a cruise and it's a
Right.
nice
Yeah.
vacation.
But I
and-
honestly think that you guys would change your minds afterwards. I think your lives would change. You'd be like, I can't wait to go on this next year.
Because Joey McIntyre would sing to you,
Sing to me?
to them,
Oh.
and then their lives would change.
Oh,
They'd see those
yeah.
baby blues.
that's my story.
instant,
That's my
yeah.
storyline. Wait a second.
No, but I think if money were no issue, like
Right,
if it
no
was like,
issue.
hey, you guys can go and it's free.
Here's a free cruise. Would
They'd
you go?
They'd go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
But they're not going to go because they're like, oh my god, like I can't wait to see Jordan Knight. Like, it's
And
not
I
like
don't
that.
think anybody's like that. You know,
they
I
wouldn't
think-
expect that.
no.
Right.
But you guys would go and you'd have a good time.
You'd go and you'd like
Yeah, I
drink
mean,
some beers and
Right.
eat some guys' burgers.
And you guys would go do your thing and we go do our thing.
Right.
yeah.
You guys would probably wait on the Lido deck and save our spaces for us.
mine wouldn't.
What else goes on board?
Oh, all
a
the
cruise.
things. If you
Well,
buy
I
me one of
know,
those
but-
GoPros, you'll find out.
Nice.
Okay.
But is
Okay.
everything that's going on the cruise new kids related? Or do they
Yeah.
have stuff going on
Mostly.
like
So this
like a
is our
normal
first cruise, so we don't
Right.
really know much
Okay.
now. But like, there's certain events that you go to, like there's a concert, and
Yeah.
they have parties every night.
Yeah.
But during the day, it's kind of like a free for all. Like you just do
Or you sleep.
or you sleep, which probably that's what we're gonna do is sleep.
Right.
Okay, so the next question's from Sarah. Your favorite memory growing up: music, clothing, TV, movies. Just a favorite memory.
Yeah. Just a favorite memory.
Just one favorite memory growing up. I think Pete already expressed his favorite memory with the boat paint,
Yeah.
or is that your favorite?
That's more of a nightmare, I think, than I'd say a memory. But oh God, probably growing up, you know, I think it would have to be seeing the first movie, which was Star Wars.
Oh, in the movie theater?
Yeah,
that was your first movie?
Yeah, it was the
That's
first
pretty
movie.
cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty awesome back then.
Ah, that would be cool. My first movie was E.T. and I left crying.
Mine was also E.T. and I don't remember it.
My mom said, "That's it. Never taking you to the movies again." And it was a long time before, because I went and saw Fievel. That was the next one that I ever saw in
That
the
was
movie.
a long time.
Yep.
That was a few years.
Not going to waste money on that crier.
My first movie was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh,
You know what? The first movie I remember was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yeah.
And I think that was just after E.T.
but who wouldn't get crazy? That was a scary movie.
E.T.?
Yes.
It was really scary.
Lots of surprises.
Like the end,
Probably why I was scared of
And,
things
like,
coming
the-
out of my
the
closet.
tent.
Yeah.
It was sad. Poor E.T.
I know, poor E.T.
That Atari game sucked.
Oh. Yes, it did. It was the worst.
Couldn't get out of the hole.
Thanks for that
You'll find that
purchase.
in a lot of landfills.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right.
Did you say what your favorite memory was?
I didn't. Probably the week at Space Camp. I mean, that was a really. I mean, because we.
It's a whole episode.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
whole episode. We're going to cover that, so we want you to save that.
Okay,
And-
I'll just leave
and
it
we'll
at that.
delve
then.
into it.
We
and-
have a video.
Yes,
What?
but we
Kinda
still
like-
haven't seen
No, they
it.
take
Kinda
videos of you like the whole week doing different things.
I need to see this video.
Yeah, so there's a video.
We need to put it on digital. Did you? Because we never got to play it at Brody's, did we?
Yes, we did.
Oh, that's right. Because it's
Yep.
you and your brother.
Yep.
They were also in the newspaper.
Yes, we
Oh
were
my
in the
God.
Bangor
He was
Daily
kind of
Trader
a,
Boys.
he was kind of a big deal.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Thank you, Sarah, for that question. Okay, Dawn. Dawn has some questions.
Say it right.
Dawn.
Dawn.
If you
you.
could pick one new kid as your best friend, which one would you pick?
Donnie. Easy.
Mark. No, no I guess Donnie. I mean, I haven't met any of them or really seen any of them, so
He doesn't
kind
really know.
of out of the loop. Sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
It's cool. I mean, that's
That's how
to be
it is.
expected.
What is your favorite New Kids song? I know what Kevin says.
Can you enlighten me on what mine is?
Oh,
You're
never mind,
gonna have,
just pick
You're
one.
gonna have to just tell me. So
Pete doesn't know any New Kid songs.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
That's a good question. I know the songs, but I don't know.
You
the
might have to sing it.
titles. Oh,
Is it the DMX one?
no, I actually.
He actually doesn't like that
hey,
one.
I know one. Is it the right stuff?
Hey,
Yeah.
Nikki gets mad at me because I always sing the Weird Al version when it's on.
always
The white
does.
stuff?
The white stuff.
Always.
Oh, Rio.
No, don't.
What's in the middle?
She gets so mad.
The white stuff.
No.
That sounds kind of gross.
I think Kevin.
Yeah.
I think Kevin would
I
have.
thought you were going a different direction of that completely.
You've never heard the Word Al version, I think.
I think Kevin would have loved Hangin' Tough back in the day. I think
if you
would
were
have,
allowed to listen.
if he was allowed to listen. You gonna pass on that?
Yeah, I
Okay, I
Pass.
will.
tell me what.
Block Party. You like that song?
Yeah, that song's-
because he was the first person that told me he was saying, what's the name of? Now I can't even think of it. Welcome Back, Cotter. I never knew that at the end of the
Oh,
song,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, he goes, "Why is he talking about?"
Gabe Kaplan.
Right, and I said, "No, he's saying Game Captain," and he goes, "No, it's Gabe Kaplan. Why is he talking about Welcome Back, Cotter?" And then he says, "You better Google that." Donnie says that. So that's your. I feel
Yeah, that's a
because
good
you like
song.
that song,
Yeah.
and Bryn really likes that song. Bryn's really into Islands in the Stream right now. She makes Kevin play it all the time.
Aww.
All right. Those were both from Don. Okay, Jenny, do either of you own a "We Are All Donnie Girls" shirt? No.
No.
And no.
Would I wear one? Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
You would?
I would wear one.
Oh, Kevin.
Would Pete wear one? You can be honest.
Pass.
I don't. Has he seen one? Does he know what they look like?
I have one.
Pull one up and I'll take a look at it.
I think you'd wear it.
Yeah.
It says "We Are All Donnie Girls" on it.
But it also says
There are
minisode
t-shirts.
called whatever.
Like we made them.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't really know what they
Well,
are.
It's
yeah.
okay.
So they're-
It is okay.
They're repping the podcast.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, next question. What do you guys do while we're recording?
Watch Sadie.
She is your daughter.
Yes, I know.
Laundry.
That too.
Actually, can I just say?
GTL.
Can I?
Shinty and laundry.
Can I just say that either one of them could say, "Watch Sadie,"
Yeah, it's true.
because you like
Sometimes
if,
if Pete's working, if he's
Yeah.
working,
Yeah, because
Usually
Pete worked
Kevin.
nights all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, but Pete usually now, but that he's not working nights, he usually
Right.
watches Sadie.
Yep.
right?
and the kids helped a lot.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was still,
Brent and
I was
Brody
still
are
doing a
great.
lot
And I
of
mean,
laundry.
Brody for a long time was like, "Is Sadie coming? Because you're recording."
Yeah.
Aw.
So, I mean, okay. That was from Jenny. Dawn, what would you name your boy band if you had one, and why?
God.
Rapid fire.
I know that's something I've never thought of in my life.
Kevin and Pete, the Wonder Years. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. The Wonder Years.
I like that.
Kevin and Pete, the Wonder Years. Just Kevin and Pete.
I don't know.
That'd be good.
The Bostonians or something. I don't know.
Isn't that a band already?
I think
I
so.
know. Probably.
Okay. Okay, so this is actually Jessica and Dawn kind of asked the same question.
Sorry.
Jessica said, "Who do you love like we love NKOTB?" And Dawn said, "Who do you fangirl over?" So same. What do you love or who do you love like we love NKOTB? Or do you? Your mom.
Does it have to be a band or?
No,
No,
I think they're
no.
just talking about anything in general. I mean, I don't think I could ever reach your guys' level of fandom
Yeah.
because it's
That's
very
probably true.
It's very strong, but
Represent.
I would tend to think what would probably be closest to that is, would be more sports related, like the Patriots.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear that.
That makes
Definitely.
sense.
Yep.
that makes sense.
Very much so. I concur.
Go
Definitely.
Pats.
Yeah.
Boston sports in general.
We have a lot of people going boo, but you know what? We don't care.
And you know
Yep.
what,
You hate
Donnie?
us. You hate us because you ain't us.
Donnie's like, yeah, boy.
Donnie's like, go Pats, go Sox, go.
Go Celtics.
Those people over in the bushes are doing the same thing.
Sure are.
Okay, so next question. Oh, this is from Jessica Marie. Do you think we're all crazy?
No,
No.
You don't really?
no.
That's nice.
That's so nice.
It's nice that I think you're not crazy.
Yeah, because I think a lot of
No, I
people
think
that
it's-
don't understand it, and Brooke and I have run into this, and you know that I've run
Yeah.
into this with my family, with my friends. They don't understand, and so they're just like, you've lost it. Like you've lost it.
I mean, everybody's passionate about something, so it's it's understanding that level of passion, and you guys obviously have it, and your friends and folks that
Forever
listen,
friends.
yeah,
That's what we are.
definitely support you, and I feel the same way. So
Aw. We love you guys.
That's nice.
You look nice. Somebody just said in a message, did you hear it?
Yep.
They wanted a picture of you look nice. Unfortunately, I'm going to put this out here. We don't really know him anymore.
It's
And
been
so we
years.
can't ask him, and we have no idea where he is. We've tried to find him, but we wouldn't want to post his picture without his consent.
Right. If we ever find him, if we ever see him.
Right. And
we'll
I bet
ask.
you he would be like, no probs.
He'd probably come on the podcast.
Probably would.
I wish I knew what you're talking about.
yeah, me too.
We're talking
I'm
about-
lost here now.
Oh,
And there's a video of him on the phone and with the
battery
batteries
hanging out of it.
dangling. He looked at me and he goes, "You look nice." And guess what I was wearing? Sport shorts. I probably hadn't showered.
probably just
I
came
was
from
like,
basketball practice.
Oh, thanks.
Is there any
Probably.
chance he'll be at the reunion?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
So, this is Dawn. What's your favorite memory from the 80s or 90s? We kind of already talked about that
Yeah,
because you said,
Yeah.
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 Sarah, if you could choose a topic for the podcast, what would it be? So, if you could choose a topic for our podcast to cover, what would it be? That's a good question.
That is a great question.
Yeah.
I guess, and I know it's something you guys are going to cover at some point, but the video games and stuff. And I know Brody's like
Brody's ready.
Brody?
yes,
Brody
every week
is
probably
in.
he asks you, "Is this the week we're doing?"
Yeah,
video
he
games?
does. We'll have to schedule. We'll schedule that.
We will.
He needs to prepare for it too.
That's
though.
what I told him. He needed to write an outline.
Yeah.
And so I'm still waiting
He's
for it.
he's very up and up with the games of now, but
He's also all about those older games.
yes, we did. That was his big Christmas gift was the Super Nintendo. What do they call that? The
Classic edition.
yeah,
And the GameCube.
yeah.
And you could do like a little side thing for Boston sports.
Hey, we could do that.
Larry,
talk about
Larry
Larry Bird.
A really good idea.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like
Wade
classic
Boggs.
80, 90. Yeah.
Oh no, that's
No, I know it's
What?
before you guys.
that was
but-
the 70s. No,
What else? What do you
between the
know?
legs.
What?
What?
Wade Boggs? No.
Oh no.
No, you're talking about Buckner. That was the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh, sad. It's okay.
The bloody ankle.
Oh, the bloody ankle. That was 2000s.
That was 2000s, yeah. But we could talk
Still,
about Boston sports
legend.
because I was
Yes.
all about the bird. I was all about Larry Bird.
The bird. The bird is the word. I
Nope,
thought Danny
bird.
Ainge was cute.
One of the greatest.
Danny Ainge.
Oh, hey. Okay, so there you go. There's some topics. We'll definitely cover those. We might have you guys come on the episode too.
I think we'd have to.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, from this one's from Dawn. What item from growing up do you wish you still owned? This is a great question. All these questions are great. But this is Kevin still owns everything that he had from growing up.
And I was going to say,
almost
Pete,
everything,
said
but-
Pete can get rid of things like
Yeah.
nobody's business.
What item would I like to still have?
I think I know.
Wow. Oh, probably, yeah. I had a car that I loved. I had it for a long time.
Was it a geo tracker?
No, it was a Dodge Daytona.
Oh.
Sweet. My Aunt Mana had one.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
It was fast. It was too fast for my age when I had it, but loved that car. Turbo Z thing would fly. I went,
See you
"Ooh,
later."
Yep. Still have the name on the license plate is a lot of things, so
That's awesome.
That's a good question. I miss my Jeep from back then. Nikki hangs her head in shame. She feels like she killed it, but she really didn't.
I definitely did kill
I don't
it.
remember the Jeep.
She heard it.
You don't remember when I drove the Jeep because I thought I knew how to drive a standard. And
No,
the guy with the cattle pushers by the 7-Eleven that was up on the hill on the Audlin Road. Right, Audlin Road?
No, Griffin Road.
Griffin Road?
She was going to work
He
at the
pushed
airport.
me with his like cattle
She
pushers.
stalled in the intersection.
And he goes, "Why don't you learn how to drive a standard before you go out on the road?" And then after that, I decided to take my mom, like after work that night, decided to take my mom for a ride in the Jeep and my sister. And we were on Thornton Road and the transmission literally
No,
dropped.
The U joint.
whoops.
The U
I'm
joint
really
fell
sorry.
right out of
Dump
it.
the
Was that after
clutch.
the Jetta?
Yep.
Yes. I'm really sorry that I killed your Jeep.
You
You will
didn't
get
kill it.
you will get one someday.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I won't drive it either. I promise.
Just get an automatic.
He won't.
No.
He wants a stick. He wants a standard.
I won't be driving it either, I guess.
Okay. So sorry. If you could choose a topic, we already talked about that topic for the podcast. You already answered that. Huffy or Schwinn?
Huffy.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a good question from Joy. That other one was from Dawn. So she said, how do we get our husbands to be more supportive of our slight obsession with our boys from Boston? Not that he doesn't let me spend money on NKOTB. He does. He just rolls his eyes and would never go to a concert or a meet and greet. Even like at Wahlburgers where it's free. And never ever the cruise. Are there any tips that you could give to my hubby or at least share a little bit of my joy with our 5 awesome brothers?
Who said I don't eye roll?
And Kevin eye rolls. Kevin eye rolls at the cost of things. Definitely.
I'm there with you, Kevin. So yeah.
But then they realize, I think, I'm going to let you answer this. I'm not going to talk.
So, I mean, I think once I kind of realized that you guys are self-supporting, I guess, it kind of, that was the corner that turned for me. Neighbors getting rowdy. I like it.
I'd say so.
But,
I think they're smoking some reefer.
like with anything in life, you have to support somebody if they're passionate about it and it makes them happy. So
That's nice.
Yeah, that is nice. Is there anything you would like to add, Mr. Schreier?
I don't think that really.
sorry, Kevin.
No, that's fine. I mean, I guess I don't really, when it comes, to family stuff, I don't really understand why, I wouldn't be supportive of, something that you enjoy. I mean, it's like, why wouldn't I want you to have something in your life that, makes you happy? And
Oh,
That's very nice.
that is very nice. I love you.
I love you too.
I don't know if that answers her question,
Right, it's
No,
hard. I
but
think
it's hard because it's like a
maybe
dynamic.
he doesn't understand how much this makes you happy. And maybe if you can compare it to something, there's a good episode of the Goldbergs that
Which
covers this
episode?
topic. It's when Adam wants his dad to realize how much he loves, like going to a
Theater production.
theater
Yes,
production.
yes.
And
His dad
so-
wants him to realize how much he likes going to a hockey game.
Right. And so he falls in love with hockey, but it's not the same way with his dad. And I think we all have to realize that there are going to be, your husband might not love it.
Right.
And there's just
And
nothing really you can do about that if
They
they
might
don't
not
love.
understand it, and they might think it's silly, but
But if they can see how much it makes you happy, and if they can kind of compare it to something that they feel as equally like that,
That
I
makes
think that
them happy.
helps.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that didn't
Well put, Nikki.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
thanks. Oh, this one comes from Amber, and this is all about Pete.
Oh boy.
Okay.
It's for both of you, but I don't know if Kevin can answer it. What is your favorite hair band?
Favorite hair band. Wow. Probably Poison.
one's from Amber.
I'll have to say Poison.
Yeah. CC DeVille. I love all of Poison. But
Close second, probably Guns N' Roses.
yeah, Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah.
Take
or a
me
little-
down to the Paradise City.
Well, the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Kevin, take me home.
It's hard for me to answer that question because I never really
He
listened.
wasn't
to
allowed to listen to those hair band. That's okay. We'll pass. Okay. Linda asks, would you travel with us again for another New Kids on Block? So would you travel with Brooke, or would you do it again to travel with me to a New Kids on the Block event like Joe's show or a Wahlburgers opening? Would you do it again?
Of course.
You loved it? Did you like the Joe show a lot more than you thought you were going to?
Yeah, I mean, it was what? I mean,
Fantastic.
yeah.
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
I wasn't there,
It was
but-
everything I hoped and dreamed for. I made Kevin stand in back of me.
She said so I couldn't see her face or
right.
something.
Nice.
Hey, I wasn't prepared that I didn't
Whatever
realize-
works.
Hey,
Yeah.
it was like too much too soon.
I was just there in case you fainted. I would catch you.
I almost did.
But
When he went up on stage and sang Hound Dog, I don't know what was going on there. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
You felt
Sorry.
feelings.
We'll talk about that later.
I mean, it was the whole trip was a fun experience. Mostly meeting the friends. It was fun to, and I kind of be kind of in the background part of it, but to see like how much everybody enjoyed being around each other was cool.
Good answer.
That's cool.
And
Pete-
we met Danny Trejo.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, we did.
So never attended anything, so it's, I guess in the future, I mean,
Would you? Like travel?
Would you go for a day to LA?
I'd go to LA and hang out. Sure. I've been there. Liked it.
Would you then go to a Joey McIntyre show?
I don't know.
That was a real spur of the moment type
Right.
thing.
And he wasn't going to go. Somebody just had an extra ticket and was
not
like,
it was not the plan.
I'd check it out. You know,
"Aw."
I mean, experience.
And I would say one of the things about the show that was very interesting to me was I've never been in a setting like that where you're in such a small location with somebody as, as famous as he is. It would be like akin to what do they call the place at Seasons, the little club downstairs there?
Is it like the Down Under?
Down Under Club or something like that. I don't know if it's very small.
Isn't the Down Under Club something else?
No, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
That's not the stripper show place? Diamonds Down
Diamonds.
Under?
No. I think it's just Diamonds, Gentlemen's Club.
Oh, okay, sorry.
There's Thunder from Down Under.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
That's in Vegas.
Thunder from Down Under.
But it would be like going to a show there and seeing somebody like, as
That's cool.
as famous as he is. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So yay. Let's plan a trip. We got the okay. All right. That was from Linda. Thanks, Linda. Dawn, what are your favorite things about Brooke and I? What's your favorite thing about me? What's your favorite thing about Brooke?
What is my favorite thing about you?
Yeah. Don't say stick-to-itiveness.
It's a word. Look it up. That right there. That's my favorite thing.
The finger?
Now you're glaring at me.
I'm just waiting for you to answer.
I know, and I'm trying to be very careful how I answer.
No, just answer. Just answer like rapid fire. Just say it.
Rapid fire. My favorite thing about you.
Yes.
How passionate you are about things.
Thank you. What's your favorite thing about Brooke? The tables have turned.
You're going to do that to Pete too?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'm next.
How good of a friend she is for you.
Yeah, she is a pretty freaking good friend. Let me tell you that right
Pete's gonna
now.
steal your answers.
That's okay.
No, that's fine too.
That's fair because, I do see you guys together and, how good of friends you guys have stayed for many, many years, and
30 years.
Yeah, I've moved around a lot. So, unfortunately I've lost touch with some of my friends, best friends that I've had. But definitely about both of you is, the fact that you're such good friends and share everything. And back to my lovely wife, Brooke, I would probably say favorite thing would be how she teaches our daughter and how patient she is most of the time with Sadie.
You are very patient.
It's a bit of a surprise, actually.
You are very patient.
Yes.
Usually I hear, "Hun, you need to calm down."
You are very patient.
She's patient with Nikki too.
Yeah. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She's like, now, Nikki, think about that. Let's circle back later. Those are good. That's good.
Those are good.
Okay. So describe. Okay, Nita, describe your fangirling. They already talked about that. I think that's what you were talking about when we were asking what you guys fangirl about. So we did that. Thank you for that question. Jennifer Leahy, Brittany or Christina?
Brittany.
It's Brittany, bitch. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's Brittany
ahead.
Birch.
Jenny. And Jenny asked the question too.
Definitely saw her concert in Vegas and
I cried.
amazing.
I would see her concert in Vegas.
Yeah, you would.
It was.
Yeah, you would, Kevin. Kevin's
Trust
like,
me,
give
you
me
got to
all
see
the
her
Brittany.
in Vegas.
I don't think she's in Vegas anymore. But guess
That's
what? She's
going on tour. Oh yeah,
Okay,
okay.
She'll
let's
be at
go.
Mohegan
Four of us,
Sun.
let's go.
But
Why not? Hey, we'll bring the kids.
She put on a fantastic
I would take
show.
Sadie to see Brittany.
Why not?
We
Let's do
should.
it. We should. Let's plan on doing that. That would be fun.
That would be amazing.
Because all of us would like it.
And like, we don't have to get the best seats or
No,
anything.
we can
like,
just go. But we're not getting those ones all the way up there, too. No, nope, not going to do it.
No.
Nope.
I want to see Brittany. I don't want to see like an ant.
That's right,
that
exactly.
has blonde hair.
I don't have to use my Zoom on my camera.
No.
Okay. Okay, we're going to try to wrap this up quick. We talked about if you made a podcast, Rebecca, what would it be about? We talked about that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yes.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that question. Jennifer, do you like New Kids on the Block and do they go to the concerts with you? They haven't been to the concerts with us.
Nope.
Do you like New Kids on the Block now? Yes or no?
I mean, I listen, to the music, obviously when you guys are playing it, which is quite often. But
That is.
are they on my playlist? No.
Should they be? Yes.
I pretty much have to second what Kevin said.
I
not
don't
a
like.
not a
You don't not like them.
Right. I don't
Right.
not like them,
Yeah.
but
they're not like on a level of annoyance or anything like that. But it's catchy music.
I love that
Kind
one
of
part.
reminds me. Brings me back to that time frame when they were.
Bringing it back to the old school.
Because I'm an old fool.
Who's so cool?
You want to get it down? Let me show you the way.
There it is.
Let me hear you say.
Okay, Sarah, what? This is a good question. What do you guys think about them mailing us stuff? This is from Sarah.
about your friends mailing you stuff?
Yes.
Oh, I think it's cool. Pete probably doesn't. It's
He
probably
doesn't
tough for him
see
to
it.
answer because
Yeah.
he doesn't see it. But
He saw the
like
rocks.
like what? Oh, the rocks is something that the fans mailed you.
Yes.
Or
From Jennifer.
your friends, excuse me.
yes,
But yeah, that's cool. Definitely, it's always cool when you get stuff from people that listen to you and reach out to you.
no,
Our
it's, I
friends.
think it's very cool
Yeah,
Your dad thinks it's cool too.
Does he?
Kevin's dad, yeah.
because a lot the packages I have, most of the delivery guys know to bring the packages down by the office.
Oh, yeah.
because our house is right up by a main road where lots of people walk by, and I'm always paranoid that people just kind of grab stuff off the doorstep.
Right.
So they bring them down to the office. So a lot of times my dad comes. He might come to the office before I do during the day, and he'll bring the stuff into the office, so it's locked. But a funny story. I think when we were in LA for the couple of days.
Yes.
When I got back, that morning I got up and went to my other office, and I was meeting somebody, I think at noon, in my home office. And I got there, and there was, I don't know, 2 or 3 packages at the door, which is pretty normal. And I was just kind of laughing with the person I was meeting, and I said, oh, we get stuff, we're the crazy Amazon people or whatever, and there was a little bit of Amazon, but then I opened the door and there was like 10 packages stacked up inside the door. And I'm like, this guy probably thinks I'm like absolutely insane.
Or his wife's addicted to Home Shopping Network,
yeah.
which I would have been.
But-
Trust me, I would have been.
Yeah, you would have been.
Yeah, I would have been.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, I used to watch it all the time. If I had a credit card at that time, I would
Oh,
have.
jeez.
We just went to Sam's Club and they
Ran
did
it
like one of those things. I was like, sign me up. I'll take one. And then we brought it home and it didn't work.
Oh, it worked. It
Yeah.
was fine.
It was fine. Okay, so Stacy asks, what's the hubby's version of NKOTB? Do they fangirl on now? And we answered that already, but thank you very much for the question. Elle asks, how do you feel about your wife's being famous with all of us and maybe the guys are your husband? We're not really famous.
No, we're not famous.
No. But I mean, how do you feel about I don't know, like people knowing who we are and who
I
you
think
are
it's-
that you don't know?
Right. I think it's very cool. And, I tease about, you're kind of a big deal, but I mean,
It makes me feel weird.
but it's a lot of fun. And, it's cool if, when somebody, responds, to you guys to something you tweet or, something that's pretty neat.
You.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, well, same thing, pretty much. It's I'm kind of new to the whole startup here, but definitely the celebrity status that obviously you guys have reached. Is
We don't
pretty
have a
good.
celebrity status.
There's no celebrity
Do not say
status.
that.
How many
Yeah, no.
how many people follow you?
We follow more people
We
than
follow more
follow
people.
us.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, hey, you know what? It's neat, and very cool that you guys have this, and you can voice your opinions on everything, and
I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
Before tonight, Did you even realize? Because like you haven't, like we don't talk much about the podcast,
No.
you and I,
No.
like at all.
Yeah.
I'll talk about some things, like if like Donnie like responds to a tweet or something, and you're like, oh yeah, that's cool, but we don't really talk about it.
Right.
Before tonight, did you have any idea that like?
Like, are your thoughts different from before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now, are they like?
I mean, definitely. I mean, sitting down and, across from you guys and talking about this is neat. And I think it's a lot of fun, actually. And kind of looking forward to doing it again.
Yay! This is so exciting. Well, we want to have you on again because this should be a regular event.
It's fun.
It is fun. We did only have a couple more questions on here, and then
Yep.
we can get to. And then
We only
Pete's got to get to
have a
bed.
few on
Yeah.
Twitter, and he does have to get to bed.
Okay, so here's the last one. Oh, and so Elle also asked, and Elle I met in LA.
Cool.
She's awesome. She actually, Kevin got the ticket from Elle.
Yes.
So, thanks,
Elle
Elle.
from LA.
She said, "Are your husbands sure they don't want to go on the cruise?" And we answered that question
Right.
that
Yes.
they would go on it if money wasn't an option. But for right now, they just want us to experience the cruise.
Sure.
Correct.
So the next question is from Rod.
I know Rod.
Kevin, I know Rod. Well, you don't know him
No,
yet, but
but
you know
I
of
know who
him.
he is.
Yes. He said, "Who's got the dance battle moves if it came down to a Jordan dance off?" So I don't know if it's a question for Brooke and I or a question for you, but you can answer it for both of us if you want.
Like, which one of them is better at dancing?
Yeah. So which one of us do you think has the dance moves?
Oh,
And which
Not
which
me.
one of you
I
guys have
say
the dance?
I can answer the which one of us pretty easily. It's probably a dance off to see who's the worst.
Yeah.
I have no moves.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. So I think we'd be bumping into each other.
Dancing
Yes.
was outlawed
Yeah.
with Kevin.
Yeah.
He literally went to Footloose High.
like
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I would
just
probably
wanna
Never,
dance.
never,
I would
never,
probably
never,
get
never.
hurt
Yeah.
if I tried to compete in a dance off.
I'm going to teach you the wobble, though. You'll have fun.
All I can think of is like Dance Revolution. The first time I tried that game, and I think my legs
love that game.
almost
I
broke.
love that game too.
Oh my God. I was actually really good at that game. And a little secret, I think maybe I told you this. No, because we didn't go to Palace Playland. They have DDR at the arcade.
What?
And I so badly want to play it on like a real arcade game.
Let's do it. Maybe
Let's
that can
do
be
it.
one of our videos
I
when I
would-
get my GoPro.
I would do that with somebody else. I would do that with you.
Kevin, you going to buy me a GoPro? Anyway. So, yeah. I think that you and I are pretty equal when it comes to dancing.
I don't really enjoy dancing though. Like you enjoy it. I don't enjoy
I
it.
enjoy dancing.
Yeah,
I love to dance.
and that's where the kids must have gotten it from.
Yeah.
It's from you. Because my kids will not stop flossing. Literally,
And neither will mine.
And they taught
My-
Sadie.
my son got it banned from his classroom
He
love
taught the
that.
kids.
because he taught his friends how to floss, and then
so
it
they were all
became so
doing it.
distracting that the teacher had to tell him no more flossing.
no more flossing. And then he made up the pirate floss.
Yes,
What's the pirate floss?
Oh, it's
he does
like
it
this.
slow, and he kind of
Oh.
puts a little.
Puts a little hip into it.
I feel like he showed me that.
And then he
I'm
puts a
sure he
little leg
did. He
into it.
shows everybody. He shows complete strangers in the store.
Oh,
So-
yes, he does.
Bring me up to speed. Flossing is like that kid that was on Saturday
With
Night Live
yeah, so
with the
Miley
backpack.
Cyrus, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't even know it was on Saturday.
Oh, I
Yeah.
said Miley Cyrus, but it was not
It was
actually.
Katy Perry.
It was Katy Perry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
that's where that came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
How
was
did my-
pretty
How
crazy.
did my kids learn that?
YouTube.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing it when I
guess I'll
saw
have
her
to-
the
I'll
first
have to check
time.
it
I'm like,
out.
that kid, that's crazy.
Backpack kid.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, it
He
was.
came out with a backpack on
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
He's
He was like a noodle.
yeah, that was nuts.
I'll have to check that out.
Are you ready to read the Twitter ones and then we'll
Yep.
wrap it up?
Ready. We have just a few. They're all from Kelly. And some of them we've already covered. So
Okay.
the first one was Kevin and Pete. Would you ever go on the New Kids Cruise? We talked about that. Kevin, have you ever met Shannon Elizabeth? If not, would you want to? Second part of this question, if she was on the New Kids Cruise, would you go?
I have not met her.
I don't think he answered who his crush was.
Yeah, I did. Alyssa Milano, my
That's right.
first childhood.
Sorry about that.
So no, I have not met her.
Would you like to meet her?
I wouldn't not want to meet her.
Okay.
And if she were on the cruise, that would definitely be some incentive to go on the cruise.
Somebody get Channel Elizabeth on the cruise.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, Pete, who is your favorite? This is also from Kelly. Pete, who is your favorite celebrity? And we can say like female celebrity. Let's just say that. Because I want to know.
Famous or a female celebrity, a male celebrity.
You have to ask him that question too after, because I think he has a different one than Channel Elizabeth, and you won't tell me.
Oh, say it now.
But this,
Well, Pete thinks.
you're talking about favorite celebrity.
Like, who's your favorite female celebrity now? Like, who's the one you're like, she is hot?
Well, that's different than favorite celebrity versus. But this is a that kind of question.
Yeah.
I'm making it that question.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Do you have any guesses?
No,
Out of
I
curiosity?
want to know.
Really not? No guesses. Huh?
No, I want to know.
Even if I went
No.
Oh, I know. Penny.
What? Wow. Okay.
Penny.
I
Interesting.
did not know that.
Penny from.
Big Bang.
Big Bang
Oh,
Theory.
okay. Yeah, so yeah.
Wow,
she's
that's-
pretty cool. She's hot.
That's a complete opposite of what I was
Kaylee
thinking.
Cuoco?
I think that's how you say your name.
It is. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
How about you,
So
Pete?
there.
Probably Mila Jovovich.
Okay.
That is a given.
Yeah.
It has been the same
She's pretty.
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Where's she been at these days?
Lilu.
Does she still do movies?
Oh, your gate's open.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Bears.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. That was not from the 90s.
I don't know what she's been up to lately. I know she just finished off the Resident Evil.
Are they still doing those?
Yeah, the last one they did was this time last year what came out.
Wow.
But they closed that out. But I don't know if she's got any other projects going on right now. But
So is she's like your number one.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. This one's for Kevin. Kevin, this is also from Kelly. They're all from Kelly. Kevin, did you highlight your tips to attract the Lance-loving Nikki?
I would say no.
No. The answer is an easy no. I bleached my hair before I even met her.
But he would bleach it like Eminem bleach it.
Yeah.
It was like,
And then
like
I told
over.
him, you should really let that
Wow.
grow out a
So-
little bit.
Yeah.
So
Never
that-
did that.
Yeah, well, and it started really before Eminem was around too. It was actually the first time I did it was, I think, the weekend after high school graduation, and me and I'm trying to think, two or three of my other guy friends, we all went over to one of their houses and did it, and
Oh.
we didn't tell anybody we were doing it, and we just did it. And
Did you get in trouble?
no, because we were like
Adults.
adults. I think it was like one of those things where it's like, being in private school and then it was graduation. It was like, nobody can tell us we can't
Nobody
do
can tell
this.
me I dye my hair.
I went and got a tattoo.
Oh,
Kevin dyed his hair. That is a difference.
and he
Well,
and he
yeah.
started listening
To
to
be-
DMX on the reg.
To be fair, I was not 18 when I graduated high school, so
That's
I
right.
could not have gotten a tattoo.
True. I got one before I graduated. Right?
Actually, we got it a couple days before graduation.
Yeah.
Because I had mine for graduation.
Yeah.
Because I remember thinking, cool, you can see it
That's
through
when
my
you
white
got
robe.
yours?
I got mine before we graduated. Brooke and I got ours
We got
at
them
the same time.
And also, when I pierced my tongue,
I was there.
was that when you pierced your belly button?
Yep. That was before that.
That was my birthday.
How'd that work out for both of you?
I had
Mine,
mine for a long time. I could still put something in there.
I went up for a rebound and mine popped up on the floor. That was before your birthday. I got my belly button pierced before because I was still playing basketball.
I did not because I was 18.
So I must have gone and gotten you must have went with me to get my belly button pierced, and then I went with you to get your tongue pierced.
We must have.
Where did you get your tongue pierced?
Skin doctors.
Skin doctors is where we got our tattoos too.
Yep, those lovely things.
They definitely weren't skin doctors. They were skin.
That must have hurt.
It didn't.
I had my tongue
Really?
pierced.
I remember that. Yeah.
You weren't with me when I had my tongue pierced.
No, but I remember seeing pictures of you.
Yeah.
It did not hurt.
And
Really?
when
Did
I
it swell up? Because I know a guy.
mine did when I went in the plane.
Yeah, a guy that I know back a while ago got his tongue pierced, and he was, "I'll take a yes, bro."
That's how I talked.
Yeah.
And people thought that I talked like that because it really because I didn't realize I had that problem.
Yes.
And so it made it worse where I couldn't stick my tongue. I can't stick my tongue out because
Yeah.
I need that clipped.
That like what is it called?
Frenulum.
Frenulum, yeah.
So I went and got that. People thought I talked like that. And then when I took it out like 6 months later, they were like, oh, you can talk normally.
When it was like a thing and a lot of people did it and they'd have like the metal ball in there and you could hear it like bouncing off their
their
teeth.
teeth.
Oh, that was
I used to play with it.
That's why
It
I
drove me
hit my
nuts.
teeth. I did hit all the like inside of my teeth on the like I feel is all scraped.
So all right. We have like 2 more. And there's a really good one here that I want to get to. Pete, was it the first or second date that you knew Brooke was the love of your life? Well, I will say we didn't really go on dates.
No, it was.
We just like hung out.
Yeah. I mean, like the first time that I think, were away from the store that we both worked at. You know, we went out to lunch and.
That was the first day we met. We went to lunch.
Yeah, and I knew there was something special there, definitely. So wanted to pursue that.
He had boneless wings. I had like boom boom shrimp or whatever they call it.
Boom boom shrimp.
Bugaboo.
Firecracker shrimp.
Let me sing
Was
and
that
say, yeah, yo.
What was that?
It was Longhorn.
Longhorn, yeah. That's
I think it's
what it was.
firecracker shrimp. Whatever they call it. It's like spicy
I like boom boom shrimp.
appetizer shrimp.
Boom boom boom. Let's go back to my room so we can
No,
do it all
we're
night.
not gonna
And you
finish
can.
All right.
Okay, so this is Pete. Who is your favorite new kid? We already found that out. It's Mark.
That will be the joke of the day.
That'll be a
yes.
hashtag.
Yes.
Kelly's going to totally hashtag
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So, Kevin, this is the last question. Kevin, why do you not like Carson Daly?
I've been waiting for this because you mentioned
Kevin,
something, way
just-
back about how we were going to get to that.
I know, but you told me just recently that you're okay with him now.
I did.
I thought you did. I guess not.
He's kind of annoying.
Thank
Pete's
you.
getting in on this.
I've never really been a fan of his.
Poor Carson Daly.
Carson Daly
I mean,
is
again, it's not like a hatred. I don't
No.
hate the man. I could barely watch TRL when he hosted it. I wanted to watch the music videos.
It was
Yeah.
projection. You were jealous that he was all up in Christina's grill and all up in.
no, he was very
jealousy.
awkward.
No, he wasn't.
He was normal.
He was normal, and he was like, he was just like a normal dude.
That's what I liked about him.
Huh.
So, that was good.
And then
We
he
love
had that.
Carson.
Well,
We love Carson Daly.
and then he had that late
Okay, we
later
understand about
show
the late
or
night
whatever.
show. We understand.
That
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Last call with Carson Daly.
Kevin
Yeah.
would be like, "Shut that off." Kevin never says "shut that off," but he did for that show.
Yep.
So,
All right. Well, we're gonna close this up.
yep.
Thank you so much for all your questions. We hope that you liked this
Thank
impromptu
you.
episode.
This was very impromptu, and I think it's a good episode.
Yeah, and I can't wait to do another one. It's gonna be
Are
awesome.
you guys going to come back? Well,
You
we
guys
know
wanna come
Kevin
back?
will.
Yeah, sure. I'll come back.
Awesome.
Yay.
I'm excited to see if I get any new fans from this.
Kevin.
Yeah, do we get fan mail now?
Friends.
Stop it.
Hey, watch out. You might.
Yeah, you
You
probably
guys,
will.
we have a new post office box, so we're gonna actually
We'll
put
figure
our
it out.
address out there.
Yep.
So we want your postcards. Send us your postcards.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be cool from like
And
where
then
you're
you can,
from.
like,
Yeah.
exactly from where
I want to
you're
make a
from.
wall of it
Yeah.
in downtown in the office.
Downtown.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for listening, and we really appreciate you. And thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
All right.
Okay. Are we done?
I guess so. I
Should
mean,
we talk about
Is
our
there like a
website?
finale?
Donate? Patreon?
yeah, I think we should talk about Patreon because of all the overwhelming support we've been getting.
For
It's
real. Thanks,
amazing, you
guys.
guys. So we'll be. Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome.
Good night.
See if you can take Sadie with you. It's too late for a bath. She'll just have to go to school as a dirty bird tomorrow. It's fine. We'll,
Yeah, whatever.
we'll wash her bum.
Whatever.
We'll
So
sponge bath in the morning.
I just am really overwhelmed because of not overwhelmed, but overwhelmed in a good way.
In a good way. 'cause
You guys
it's
have been amazing. We'll be sending out those new bracelets to you guys because just upon signing up, we will send out the bracelets. We do have new bracelets. They are just as nice as the older bracelets, actually. I think.
I think so too. I think they're
Yeah.
a great quality.
Yeah.
They look really good. They just look a little different.
Right,
But
because
like, not much different.
the people we were buying the other bracelets for, I guess they went out of business. So
They're not there anymore.
They are not there anymore. So the bracelets are slightly different, but they're still a charm bracelet. So we
Still
hope that you
awesome.
like them. And we'll be sending those out this month. As soon as, your 1 month comes up.
Yep.
We'll send those out. We hope that you like them. And yeah.
If you want to become a Patreon peep,
Yeah.
go to our website.
That's
click
right.
on donate.
Please do.
And you can link right there. You can also donate to some great causes.
Yeah, you
Generation
can.
Rescue?
Yeah, Generation Rescue.
Remember
Betty. You can go on our store. You can buy our products, our My So-Called Whatever logo only. We give $5 or more from every purchase except the stickers. And we only say that because those are less. It still gives an amount, but
It's less than $5 because it's a lower cost item.
Right. But everything else is $5 or more. And it goes to Remember Betty. And then our...
We Are All Donnie Girls.
Right.
merch.
We give $5 or more to Generation Rescue. So...
And we also have our cruise shirts out.
That is right.
So...
And so we're going to be wearing our... Like the wheel ones?
Yeah. Like the
Sail Away?
cruise squad.
Yeah.
The cruise squad
I mean, you
shirts.
guys don't have to, but that's what we're going to do.
But that's what we're going to do, just to represent.
Yeah.
And we'd love it if you wanted to join us with that or not.
Yeah. Just
Whatever.
let us know, hey, you listen to the podcast. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And we will
We'll see you later.
see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hey, guys, it's Nikki. And today is Sunday. And I am editing the podcast. And just now realized that Brooke and I had not officially discussed the giveaway that we have decided to do to celebrate with you guys our 1 year anniversary that's going to happen on July 16th. So July 16th is our official anniversary of our podcast. That is the day that Brooke and I came together and decided that we were going to do this. You guys are the reason that we continue to do what we do. So in order to show that appreciation, we wanted to do something really fun. So we're doing this giveaway or multiple giveaways. And you can learn more about that by going to our website at mysocalledwhatever.com/giveaway. All the information that you need to know is right there on that webpage. So I'm not going to go over it here, but everything you need to know is on that webpage. Feel free to continue to check that link because we may be putting other ways that you can win, and we'll announce that also in the Facebook group. So if you don't belong to the Facebook group, you really should. You can find our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/mysocalledwhatever. The Facebook group is great. Our community is amazing. And we are so excited to celebrate this really important day with you guys because without you guys, we wouldn't have this podcast. This is your podcast just as much as it is our podcast. So thank you guys. And I hope you check out the giveaway. And if you have any questions, you can email us at mscwgiveaway@gmail.com. Please use that email address to email us any questions about the giveaway. So thanks all of you and have some fun. And we're so excited to do this. We love you guys.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hey.
This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And you've been listening to some pretty cool messages, but
some of you haven't called us yet.
Don't be scared. Are you scared?
Do you think they're scared?
Well, maybe they just don't know what to talk about.
That's a good point. What do you think they should talk about?
I think they could talk about anything. They could tell us about their high school crush. They could tell us about their current crush. They could tell us about their day. They could just say, hey, what's up? They could talk about New Kids or NSYNC or TLC.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, but yeah.
Literally anything. Tell us a joke.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be awesome.
We'd love to hear some jokes. Yes.
Tell us a ghost story. Tell us a ghost story.
Please tell us a ghost story. We love ghost stories. People are requesting ghost stories, by the way.
So, there.
Yeah.
There's some ideas.
Brooke, those are awesome ideas. So what are you guys waiting for?
Give us a call at 857-271-1047. That's 857-271-1047.
And seriously, guys, we joke that this is a party line, but it's actually just a Google Voice number.
Can't wait to hear your messages.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, it's Maria. And it's Jenny. And it's Jackie. And it's Roderick. And we're here having a backyard pool party. And
music in the background.
All 3 hours that we've been
And we've been drinking.
We've been drinking.
I just wanted to be clear that I have not been drinking.
You've been drinking.
You've been drinking. You twerked.
I twerked, but not because I was drinking. I had one drink.
He's been
drinking. He's been cooking. And
making that meat.
I was in charge of the meat.
He was in charge of the meat. We're going to make that clear. He was in charge of the meat.
he had one job.
One job. He had one job.
He did it well, though. He did it well.
Bye.
Hey guys, it's Jessica in San Diego. Just have a long weekend. I'm relaxing at home. It's kind of gloomy outside. And I thought I would call and recite a little piece from the great Donnie Wahlberg. So here goes. Click, click, click with my Nikon. Click with my Sony. Girl, I ain't no phony. You know you're the only one that I dream for, the one I pull the cream for. I take a shot of the hottie that I stand for. So make a pose for me. Take off your clothes for me. 'Cause you and me, that's the way that it's supposed to be. Yeah, Ma, let me lay you on the sofa. Slide a little closer. Fly you to the coast of Jamaica. Take a shot of you on the beach. Click, click, click. Flash wine and release. In your summer dress, want to peep what's beneath there and tell your girl Vicky that we got a secret. Thank you, Donnie. We love you. Bye, guys. Hey, it's Jessica again. I just wanted to say, I totally forgot to you before, and everyone probably knows this already, but My So-Called Life is on Hulu. I just finished it. It's always so sad to watch the last episode because I really want to know what's going to happen next. And now Daria is on Hulu, so I'm starting that all over again because I love Daria. So, okay, that's all. Have a good weekend, and I will see you later. Bye.
Oh my God, Becky and Nikki and Brooke in my So-Called ever. I'm with Jill right now. Hi, girl, hi. And we just left the I Love the 90s tour show, and let me tell you what, girl. Salt and Peppa was on fleek, and these police people, when we're leaving, are trying to tell us to go one way, and we want to go the other. So we're just going to do what we want, and that's what we're doing. So, anyway, Salt and Pepper were on fire, and Coolio was there, and it was amazing, and they did a tribute to Prince and Michael Jackson, and it was amazing, and Kid and Play did the Kid and Play, and now I want to watch the movie House Party because they are the bomb, and they gave major shout-out to their sponsors. Now, their sponsors include Bengay, Icy Hot, and who else? Oh, we forgot the other one. But that's okay, they don't need that sponsor anyway. But Bengay and Icy Hot, probably aspirin, you know, because isn't that the blood center? Yeah. But they're just talking about how they're so old and how they've got, like, these special sponsors that, like, help their aches and pains because they're old now. But anyway, Salt and Pepper were on fire, and all I gotta say is these New Kids on the Block tour hints that are out there have gotta be on it, because if Salt and Pepper tour next year, it is on. That is all I have to say. And I'm rambling, and that's okay. You told me I have about 3 minutes. So I'm going to take it all up, because I hardly ever call into these things. So everybody's going to think that I'm nuts, but they should just be happy that I don't call in very often, because I'm crazy. Anyway, so I think we're going to look for McDonald's so that we can get a Dr. Or, no, you want a Diet Coke. Jill wants a Diet Coke, and I probably want to get me a McChicken with cheese and pickle at it, because, you know, that's bonk. And no, just so you know, I have not had anything to drink tonight. This is just me. And I did lose my voice earlier, and apparently it is coming back, which is amazing. But I'm a little nervous because we have a cruise coming up in about, 3 months? And it's going need alcohol to get this crash? Y'all are in for some treats. Let me tell you. All right, 3 minutes is coming up. I'd love to see you. Bye. Bye. Hi. So I didn't get to hear your whole message, and it makes me sad. So we're in St. Augustine. This is Kelly again, and I'm with Joe. Hey. But you knew that already. And we're in St. Augustine. We're waiting on the Lions Bridge because there's just crazy traffic. But so now this time I want to talk about Coolio. So Coolio did the tribute to Prince and have a video, and I can't wait to share it with everybody. But my favorite song is he did like this little tribute, and you heard, what was it, Purple Rain? Yeah. And he showed a picture of Michael Jackson, and, you know, he talked about Tupac, and, you know, R.I.P., and Biggie, and, you know, all these people that were just amazing in the music industry that we just grew up on and we loved and cherished and hold their memory so tight. And then he sang this song, and it just, like, hit me. And I was like, oh, I miss you all day so bad. So Jill has something to say. If I had a 40, I would pour it out. Rest in peace, homie. We miss you. So this is just going to go out to all those that we've lost throughout the years. May they forever rest in peace, and we never forget them. Memories are forever. Let's cherish them. And what did Lisa say? You only have 2 lives. The one you lived before you realized you only have 1 left. Hashtag Kelly out. And Jill. Bye.
End of messages.
File's done.